Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Buck Harless Stadium as it's playoff football time here in Mingo County as the Mingo Central Miners, the number 7 seed in the Class AA playoffs, take on the Philip Barbour Colts, the number 10 seed in the Class AA playoffs. Hello again, James Barker alongside Coach May here high atop James H. Buck Harless Stadium here in Mingo County, West Virginia, as the Miners back in the playoffs for the first time since 2017 as they host, again, Philip Barbour tonight. Both teams 8-2, Coach, coming into tonight's contest. This is a Mingo Central team, though, that is battle-tested. They have played a tough schedule. Their only 2 losses on the year coming against Roane County and Scott, and those 2 teams are number 3 and number 4 in these Class AA playoffs.
Yeah, Mingo Central has had an exceptional year. I think Coach Jones has exceeded expectations by a long shot. I'm not sure many people gave him a chance of making a playoffs, let alone hosting a playoff game. And like you said, they've been battle tested, and they've had a tough go of it. But they played Scott, didn't play too well, but other than that, they've been in every game they played.
Yeah,
they won 8 of them. So
right, and they've had some big wins along the way. The biggest one here at Buck Harless Stadium was over the defending state champs Independence Patriots, as Mingo Central was able to defeat Independence this season. But 8-2 on the season, our Coach Jones's ball club, as we head into this Class AA playoff. The West Virginia Schools Activities Commission serves its 286 member schools and their students by providing leadership and support for the conduct of education-based athletes, which enrich the educational experience of all participants. Play, perform, compete together. This is from the West Virginia Secondary Schools Activities Commission. This is the LB&T Game of the Week here on the D&D Sports Network, and this is the West Virginia Class AA playoffs presented by Toyota via the WVSSAC.
Youth sports play an important role in developing work ethic and character to prepare students for future success in life, which is why your West Virginia Toyota dealers are proud to be the official partner of the West Virginia SSAC, supporting high school sports all across West Virginia. Toyota is also the only auto manufacturer in West Virginia, investing heavily in the local economy. So when you're ready for a new ride, shop us on buyatoyota.com or see your local dealer. Toyota, let's go places.
Here at Logan Bank and Trust, we are committed to serving the needs of the southern coalfields. So if you need to borrow money, remember, we are just a click away.
Here at LB&T, we make online banking easy.
We've taken the hassle out of applying for a loan on our new website. It's as simple as going to our lbnt.com website and choosing the loan product that best suits your needs.
Your loan on your time. Visit us at lbnt.com. You're only a click away.
So if you need to borrow money, remember, we are just a click away. It's easy to apply online at lbnt.com, and all decisions are made locally. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Looking for a great selection, great prices, and a great experience on your next ATV, motorcycle, or side-by-side? Come check out Kiefer's Kawasaki.
Our number one goal is to offer you the best power sport experience at a great price.
Like this new 23 Kawasaki Teryx 4 for only $17,999.
Before you write that check, check with us.
And remember, your adventure starts here at Kiefer Kawasaki. Route 44 South, Jerry West Highway in Logan, or visit KiefersPowersports.net.
Back here at Buck Harless Stadium, James Barker, Coach May with you here as we're getting ready for Mingo Central and Philip Barbour, the Miners, versus the Colts in this 7-10 matchup here in the first opening round of this WVSSAC AA playoff presented by Toyota. Let's kind of take a look at this Mingo Central team real quick, Coach. Quarterback Chris Ross leads the way. He is about a 58% completion percentage on the season, Coach. 18 touchdowns, only 8 interceptions. 1,531 yards. As Ross goes, the Miners go.
Yeah, I've not got to watch Mingo Central but 2 times. Both of them were via D&D Sports, So, but what I have seen, they run a lot of quick stuff. And they get the ball out of his hands pretty quick, but he does a good job back there. And he moves well, too.
He is a rusher, too. You will see him run the ball a few times here tonight. The big running back, though, is Dylan Vance, the junior. 1,000 yards on the season and only 104 carries. That means every time he touches the ball, he averages about 9.5 yards per carry. That's a pretty good clip when you're a running back.
That's pretty impressive, James. No matter what level you're at, when you're averaging 9 yards a carry, it means that either somebody's blocking really well or you're running probably both.
And the big receiving threat for the Miners, Malachi Shepard, 28 catches, 505 yards on the season, 7 touchdowns. Shepard has the ability to take over the game. We have seen a little bit of Ducey Prater as well on the D&D Sports Network, and Ducey has some speed, and he has the ability to make a difference in the game as well. When you look at Philip Barbour on the other side of things, Coach, it starts with their quarterback play, Caden Humphreys, the 5'7" senior, a little bit of a do-it-all for the Colts. As on the season, Humphreys, 50 of 95, not a lot of passes, but when he does, he averages 24 yards per completion.
Wow.
So it's a big play game in their passing game. 16 touchdowns on the season, 9 interceptions. But what Humphreys does in the rushing game is where the Miners are worried. Humphreys, 122 carries, 821 yards, and 7 touchdowns on the season. His battery mate back there, running back Nathaniel Holver, 1,232 yards on the season, 21 touchdowns. So this is a rush-heavy offense that the Colts bring in with a big offensive line. And David Jones has mentioned they have to be able to match this physicality of this Colts team.
So, James, if my math's right, their quarterback himself has accounted for right around 2,000 yards. Philip Barbour's quarterback.
Yes.
And that's a whole lot of yards. So I expect Coach Jones to maybe key on him. Like you said, probably if you can slow their QB down, you're probably got a good chance of winning the ball game. I think we're in for a good one, though. I think this will be a good old-fashioned slobber knocker, as we like to say here.
Absolutely. I agree with you, Coach.
Excited.
Captains getting ready to go out to midfield for the Miners. You have Chris Ross, the quarterback, number 2, Ducey Prater, as well as number 11, Alex Muncie. And then you have number 57, that's Chaz Wayne. For Philip Barbour on the opposite side, 72 is Ivan Johnson, as well as 24, that's Holver. 61 is Keaton McDermott. And then the quarterback, number 10, Caden Humphreys, the captains for tonight here between the Miners and the Colts.
James, I think they're excited here on Miner Mountain tonight.
Yeah, first playoff football the Miners have had up here since 2017. As Mingo Central with a chance. You talked to Joe Kinzer before the game. He always wants to give out these key statistics. This is a chance for the Mingo Central Miners to win their 50th game here at Buck Harless Stadium.
Miner Mountain, yes, sir. That's a lot of games. He also gave us a tidbit of information that when Mingo Central has scored 30-plus points, they are 84-3. If they are held to under 30, they are 13-40. So you might want to score 30 for Mingo Central.
Yeah. 30 seems like you're in a pretty good spot to win.
Pretty good implication that you're going to get the dub, right?
Yeah. So that's 84-3 when they score 30 or more points. That's an amazing statistic. Amazing statistic.
It sure is.
Yeah, Joe Kinzer's able to dig those up, and we appreciate Joe and all he's done, not only for our broadcast here tonight, but for D&D all season long, as he's been able to provide a lot of information
I've
for us.
listened to Joe Kinzer for the last 20 years, man. He's awesome. Radio guy. Unmistakable voice for sure.
Yes, he is.
Unmistakable.
In the booth right next to us here at Miner Mountain tonight, as coin toss going on the field right now, as we'll figure out who gets the ball first here in just a moment. I'd like to again thank our sponsors for tonight's broadcast, as again, without our sponsors tonight, you can see them in the upper left-hand corner as well as on the scroll bar down at the bottom. Give those sponsors a like on their Facebook page, share this broadcast, and share their business, as they are the reason that this broadcast is possible. Mingo Central has won the toss. They defer to the second half. That means the Colts and Philip Barbour will be the receiving the ball first, as Jacob Rutherford says. Joe's a Mingo County legend. Absolutely.
Sure
I
is.
think Joe's probably a legend beyond Mingo County in most areas as well.
Listen, when you're working or you're out, you could always count on Joe and Pedro to bring you every basketball game. It's awesome. Awesome.
Absolutely. The West Virginia Secondary Schools Activities Commission promotes athletics that provide lifelong and life-quality learning experiences to high school students while enhancing their achievement of educational goals. Play, perform, compete together. This is the Class AA playoffs here on the D&D Sports Network, as well as the WVSSAC playoffs presented by Toyota. This is the LB&T Game of the Week here on the D&D Sports Network, as the Mingo Central Miners and Tuck Valley playing as well tonight. So playoff football in Mingo County alive and well here.
James, are you shocked at how many people travel with Philip Barbour?
They've got
they got a good crowd, good following.
Philip Barbour, this is their 7th appearance in the playoffs. They have yet to win a playoff game in school history.
Wow.
0-6 in school history in the playoffs. They're trying to change that tonight, as Coach Nick Mayle with a chance to maybe get some school history here tonight on Minor Mountain. But this is a tough place to play, as many teams have found out over the years. You've got the locker room in the visitor side painted pink, and it is a little bit of a hostile environment when you're up here on the mountain.
I mean, James, if you look at Mingo Central, you got Mate 1, Gilbert, Williamson, and Birch all feeding into it. Mate 1 and Gilbert were always powerhouses in single-A football through the years. And Birch and Williamson were never really bad. But so they love football in this neck of the woods, to say the least.
Absolutely. I know you're partial to those Gilbert lines.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Coach Carter may be my favorite person ever. I love him.
Probably next to your wife.
Well, yeah.
As we're waiting on the kickoff here on Minor Mountain, as it looks like Cameron Bennett deep for Philip Barbour, as well as Nathaniel Holver. Again, Holver, 1,200 yards on the season, 21 touchdowns.
Don't see a lot of QBs returning kicks.
No, you don't.
So that just tells you what kind of athlete he is.
Yeah,
I mean, if you're going to put your quarterback back there to return a kick, he must be a pretty good athlete, and you want the ball in his hands.
I would say he probably does everything. I would venture he's probably a hardwood player as well. When it comes down to it, when you have if you're a AA athlete, you play just about everything at the high school.
That's right. You're right.
Well, Mingo Central still awaiting the officials to give them the go-ahead here, as a little bit ahead of schedule. I think we're supposed to kick off at 7:30. It's 7:31, so we're just waiting for the thumbs up across the land, as Nick Mayle's going to bring his group back over and try to get them a little bit warm. So
Glenn Haas Ernest says, what are we waiting on? We're waiting on the officials to put the ball on the tee. I'm not sure.
When that white hat comes over and he's talking on the sidelines, that's what we're waiting on. The white hat's got to get back there before we can go. He is back there now. He's getting some guys to cover up their knee pads, or their knees with their knee pads, as that's always a point of emphasis. And now we're ready for some playoff football here on Minor Mountain once again. It's been about 6 years since the Miners have teed one up in November for playoff football. It's underway here for Minor Mountain, as that kick goes to the deep back for the Colts, as he's going to get bottled up and able to break one out to the 30. Falls the ball. Ball's on the ground. They roll on it, and Mingo Central has it. It's a big turnover to start the game, as it was Logan Beam that had the carry.
That was number 32 for Mingo Central on the recovery.
32 for the Miners on the recovery, as Mingo Central gets the football, as Tegan Hackney, the freshman, able to come up with it for Mingo Central, and David Jones's ball club excited to start this one.
If you're Mingo Central, you can ask for a better start than that. You get the ball, and look here, they're spreading everything out. Take a shot.
Got Prater and Shepard along with the receiver Burke over here. Burke, one of the speedsters as well, a sophomore for Mingo Central. As Ross in the backfield, he's flanked by Vance. Ross loses it, and he's going to fall on the ball. Now, a little slippery conditions out here. It gets cold up here. You get a little mist in the air sometimes, and we've seen 2 fumbles in 2 plays here so far from Buck Harless Stadium in the beginning of this Class AA playoff matchup.
James, I'm not sure the snap was there. Everything looked like it should. I don't know. It just dropped it.
Looked like one of those things where Ross was trying to get a quick shot down the field. So 2nd and 17 now, as they're going to get Philip Barbour to jump offside. So 2nd and 12 for the Miners, as this place is rocking here. The Buck is rocking. So 2nd and 12 now for the Miners, as we'll see Shepard and
maybe some nerves involved early play. Like you said, Philip Barbour's never won a playoff game, and Mingo Central haven't been in one in 7 years. So, or since 2017, 6 years. Not the best at math, we're not.
Yeah, no, we're not up here, Coach. That's okay. Snap, give off to Vance. Vance up the middle, breaks one. Can he get through the second level? He does not, but he gets the first down. It's a gain of about 16 on the play. Dylan Vance with a big run, and the Miners with a big play to start off this drive.
O-line done a great job there. Done a great job. Big hole opened up.
Mingo Central moving fast. Ross tries to get the snap, as now they'll look back to Coach Sammons, the offensive coordinator for the Miners. As they'll flip Vance over, does Ross. 2 receivers to each side. The motion man comes across. So give to Shepard on the jet sweep. Gets it, a big block from Vance, but Shepard nowhere going there. As maybe a gain of 2 on the play for Shepard on that jet sweep catch. So it'll be 2nd and 8. That was a big, big block, though, from Dylan Vance.
Phil Barber's got some good-sized kids up on that D-line.
They do. As again, Coach Jones said, they're going to have to match that physicality up front from Philip Barbour. As we see Alex Muncy check in, he'll be that H-back tight end hybrid for the Miners. Vance back there with Ross. 2 receivers to the top of the screen. Malachi Shepard to the bottom. They'll fake it. Ross gets it up the middle. Has a chance. Makes one cut. Gets down to the 5. Inside. No, he's going to be marked at the 6. That'll be a first down for Mingo Central on the 9-yard run for Chris Ross.
Right now, it seems like Mingo Central's having a lot of success right in the teeth of that Philip Barbour defense, right up the middle. Both plays that they have that's had big gains have been right to the heart of it.
Yeah, they have had their way on those 2 plays that you're mentioning, Coach. 2 runs inside. They've gained 16 and 9. Ross in a tighter set this time. They'll send a guy in motion, and I think we're going to get an offside penalty on the Colts, as it looked like quarterback Humphreys may have jumped early there. He plays the safety position for Philip Barbour, and he came across a little bit early, so that's half a distance penalty. So it's going to be on the 3-yard line now for Mingo Central.
If you're Mingo, this is what you want. You get the turnover. Now if you punch it in, capitalize on their mistake, that'd be a great start for them.
You got 1 receiver to the bottom of the screen. That's Prater. And then 2 receivers in tight along with Muncy. Ross sends 1 guy in motion. Now he'll keep it himself. Tries to get up the middle. And he's going to be pushed back after he got to the 2-yard line. So gain of 1 on the play for Ross. So it's 2nd and 2 from the 2 for the Miners on this opening drive of the game.
What I can do about it.
Now, with a couple substitutions in for Mingo Central. Again, Shepard down here at the bottom of your screen, as you've got Mitchum at the top of the screen, along with 24, that's Burke. And now, it doesn't matter. They're going to give it to Dylan Vance as he busts through the line and gets into the end zone for the Miner touchdown. 8:30 to go here in the first quarter. It's an early Mingo Central lead.
That big offensive line from Mingo Central just opening up big holes up front there. that entire drive.
They are eating up front along with Dylan Vance. What's crazy about that run, even though Vance goes into the end zone, that's going to lower his average, Coach, because he's been averaging 9.7 yards per carry this season. And that 2-yard touchdown run, I know he doesn't care about it, but it's just a funny stat that even when you get in the end zone, it lowers your yards per carry. The extra point by Vance is good. 7-0, Mingo Central leads here in this Class AA playoff game. From the WVSSAC presented by Toyota, you're watching the Mingo Central Miners and Philip Barbour Colts right here on the D&D Sports Network.
Southside Buildings and Carports and Southside Shed Hunters of Louisa, Kentucky offers shed hauling services up to 16 by 52 long buildings. We also have lofted cabins, utility cabins, garages, man caves, she sheds that you can customize and order to your wants and needs with many different options such as workbenches, shelving, transom windows, and much more. You can go to the location or buy using 3D Builder's online order system. You can build right from your own home. We offer metal garages and carports that are built to any size and installed right on your property. For more info, call 304-928-0060 or 304-928-0062. Here at Southside Buildings and Carports, we've got you covered.
Back here on Minor Mountain as Mingo Central takes an early 7-0 lead. They deferred the opening kickoff, too. If you just joined us, it was Philip Barbour that fumbled the opening kickoff, and Mingo Central got the ball and drove about 35 yards to the end zone. And now, the same player that fumbled it, that's 15, Logan Beam. He slid and caught that ball there, but you're down where your knee goes down, Coach, so that's where the Colts will take over.
Yeah.
A little nerves there, I believe, from the sophomore Beam.
I think so. I mean, it's a big stage for some of these kids, especially kids that haven't been here before.
Well, this is a Philip Barbour team that snapped a 21-game winless streak in 2021 as Humphreys, the carry over the right side, gets good yardage there, gain of about 6 for Humphreys. And again, you're going to see a lot of Caden Humphreys running the football, and you're going to see a lot of Nathaniel Holver running the football for the Colts.
Well, as we talked about earlier in the broadcast, Humphreys has accounted for 2,000 yards of offense.
Give it to Culver there, gain of about 2 on the play. So it's going to be 3rd and 2, 3rd and a long 1 for the Colts.
Humphreys is probably a pretty good option.
They go fast, just like Mingo Central. They're going to go no huddle. They're going to move some formations around with their tight end and H-back, but it's going to be the Humphreys and Culver show for the most part. Humphreys keeps it, goes up the middle there. He'll have the first down as he faked the jet sweep and then pulled it away. So it's a first down for the Colts. As sometimes, Coach, that's what you need in the game. You got to get that first down to kind of settle in.
Well, I mean, if you're Philip Barbour, their offense really hadn't got that first hit in because, they fumbled the opening kickoff. So this is the first chance we're getting to see their offense on the field.
As here we're going to see Mingo Central remove Hackney from the game. That's the freshman. And generally that's either an equipment thing or a helmet thing. Now you're going to get another 77 that gets moved off the field. That's Jace Harmon. So you'll see
5 and 22 come in.
Monty Lovett come in as well as Strother come into the game. Humphreys with the snap, going to roll, looking down the field. Well, has a man open, throws it over. That's a big play. Can he stay in bounds? He does. That's a huge play from the Colts, but they're going to say he stepped out at the 35 as Drew Morrill, the junior for the Colts, open on that flood route as he was able to hit that second level. Humphreys, again, averaging 24 yards every time he throws the ball. So that's another big play for the Colts, and Mingo Central is going to take a timeout.
James, all I know is Morrill's got some wheels. He about outran the cameraman there. I couldn't get mine.
Yes, he did. This is, again, the LB&T Game of the Week right here on the D&D Sports Network.
Stop by Eric Homa Drug today and let them fill your prescription. Eric Homa Drug has been serving the Chapmanville community for over 46 years. They're a proud supporter of the Chapmanville Tigers and all mountain athletes.
Come on down to the Loose Caboose Grill. located in Kermit, West Virginia. Come on in and try out their home fresh food, and go inside of the caboose and sign your name on the wall while you sit down and get you something to eat. Located in Kermit, West Virginia, go grab you a bite to eat at the Loose Caboose Grill.
Back here on Minor Mountain as Philip Barbour in Minor territory now after that catch by Drew Morrill. As they'll send Bennett in motion, comes back beside Humphreys. Snap to Humphreys. He's going to get a quarterback sweep to the outside, and he's brought down from behind. Big play there by Malachi Shepard coming up from his corner position to make that play. Actually, that strong safety position to make that play. So 2nd and 12 now for the Colts.
Shepard showing off some speed there to run him down from behind.
23, the tight end, T.D. Bodkins to the bottom of the screen as he's covered up. But they're going to throw it. Humphreys tries to escape. He's going nowhere. Sacked behind the line of scrimmage as Jace Harmon gets the sack down inside. And it'll be 3rd and real long now for the Colts at the 41-yard line of Mingo Central. As, again, Philip Barbour, no huddle. As the tight end Bykins down here at the bottom of the screen along with 2 other receivers. Humphreys tries to get Mingo Central to jump. They'll recheck. Snap back. Here comes that flood route from earlier as Humphreys now will flip it out, and a good hit there from Shepard as he hit Morrill in the back as he was trying to turn around for the football as it falls incomplete. So 4th and about 15, 16 for the Colts here from midfield as we'll probably see them in punt formation here, Coach.
Yeah, I would think so, but you never know either. I mean,
I do send on a few other kids as Clinton Oval, Auvil, back to punt the football for the Colts. They're going to fake it. Little end around here. Do they have a chance? Oh, he's got a cut. Morrill tries to get there, but it's no doing. So a fake punt for naught for the Colts as he'll be tackled at the 35-yard line. That's where Mingo Central will take over, and a lot of positive mojo for the Miners here on Minor Mountain early on.
It is, James, and you know, as a guy just looking on, that kind of shows a little bit of desperation early by Philip Barbour.
Yeah,
I mean,
I can't say that I'll say this. Been in the same position as Philip Barbour. Did the same thing last year as a coach against Fairmont Senior in a playoff game. Fake punt early. Probably wasn't the best call, but sometimes you got to try to juice up your guys a little bit and try to get something going.
I agree. Oh, I'm not disagreeing with the call. I'm just saying.
Well, I'll tell you what. There's one guy that's juiced up already. It's Dylan Vance. Carries it over for 2 yards. And, again, Vance has had a huge year for the Miners, and they've been able to limit his carries, and people don't realize how important that is, Coach, going into the playoffs.
Well, absolutely. Well, it saves you from being beat up come playoff time a lot, for one. And for two, sometimes you just don't want to put that guy on film week in, week out, and give him the ball 25 times a game.
Vance to the bottom of the screen along with 3 other receivers. That's the H-back Muncie as well. As they'll send Burke in motion. Now they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep on the pass. Burke's got a lane and a great tackle from behind. The inside linebacker for the Colts. That's 24. Holver, that's the big tailback as well. He may have saved a touchdown as he was able to get Burke from behind. It's a gain of about 6 on the play, but it could have been a lot bigger.
It sure could have. He was a block away from going a long way.
Ross in the gun, 2 receivers to the top of the screen. That's Mitchum and Burke. Shepard to the bottom of the screen. They'll give it off to Vance. Inside, makes a cut, gets inside the blocking, and is able to fall forward for a gain of 3, and it's a first down for Mingo Central. 4:36 to go here in the first quarter. Mingo Central a 7-0 lead. We thank you for watching this WVSSAC Class AA playoff game presented by Toyota here on the D&D Network. And again, on the D&D Network, this is our LB&T Game of the Week. Two receivers to each side of the screen. Ross in the gun, dropping back, looking, fires over the middle. That's a catch for the senior, Tyler Mitchum, as he's able to go down and catch that slant pass. And he did a good job of going down and getting that, Coach.
He did. He done a great job of going down and getting it. The quarterback did a great job. I don't think he was his primary target there because he looked off at like the little out route. He done a good job coming back to the middle.
Three receivers to the top of the screen. Ross trying to get Philip Barbour to jump as they've gone to a little bit of an odd man front here. Three down linemen, nose and 2-5 techniques and two inside backers. Ross is going to drop back. Looks like a screen going to be set up as Culver able to sniff it out. It's going to be an illegal man downfield or an ineligible receiver downfield as the lineman ahead of the pass because the pass went beyond the line of scrimmage, Coach.
Right.
And that one's going to come back if they accept the penalty. I'm assuming they will. You can see that screen being set up, and I tell you what, we've talked about Holver being a great running back. He has made two really good plays at linebacker as well.
He has. He's kind of their Swiss Army knife, I think. Does a little bit of everything for him. Like you said, he returns kicks. He's a quarterback. He's a leading rusher.
Well, when you look at him here defensively, Coach, he's got about 3 interceptions on the season from that inside backer position. And he's listed here. Your fingers don't work as well when they're cold, Coach.
No, they sure don't.
He's listed here with
learning that.
66 solo or 66 assisted tackles, 62 solo, 128 tackles on the season. Vance gets it up inside. Culver again with the tackle there as he's able to kind of wrap him up low at his feet and then finished off by 62 for
you look at Holver, he's not your prototypical QB.
Yeah.
He's
he's only 5'10", but he brings
he's a load.
He brings a lot. 3rd and 3 now for the Miners. Ross in the gun as they'll look over to Coach Sammons to try to get the play. Ross back, looking, throws the fade down here to Shepard. He goes up, and it's going to be pass interference. Flag is down as Shepard went up, turned around, tried to go back for the ball. The defensive back for the Colts, that's Morrill, never turned around. And I think if he would have turned around and tried to make a play at the ball, they're going to not call that. But because he didn't, that's where the pass interference comes in.
James, we've talked about it all year. You and I have done a number of games together. And any time that defensive back makes any contact and doesn't get his head around to the football, they are going to throw
that flag.
Even if you tackle the guy, get your head around at least because you got a chance then.
So it's first down for Mingo Central. Ball moves inside the Philip Barbour 35-yard line now. It's going to be marked at the 32-yard line. And Mingo Central driving once again. 2:28 to go here in the first quarter as Mingo Central moving the ball once again. This is their second drive of the game. Ross will send Shepard in motion. They'll fake it, give it to Vance up the inside. Vance gets a cut, gets to the 10, or gets to the 20 rather, and falls forward. It's going to be another Mingo Central first down, a gain of about 13 or 14 on the play for the junior Dylan Vance.
Dylan Vance has been phenomenal early on.
He has just got that great burst of speed. Trust that hole, Coach, when you watch him run. He hits that hole with top speed.
Yes, he sure does. Foot in the ground, north and south, all right?
That's what you want from a back. Ross barking out signals. 3 receivers to the bottom of the screen. They'll give it to Vance once again. Makes one cut, and then he's met there by 62 for the Colts. That is Xander Klein. The 6'2 senior for Philip Barbour makes his second tackle of the first quarter. Gain of about 4 on the play, though, for Vance, so it's 2nd and 6 now for the Miners inside the red zone.
Cisco kid watching from Warren, Michigan. Wayne, 7, Fairmont Senior, 0.
Thought that one might be interesting.
Boys, Wayne's going to be a tough out.
Wayne's a tough out. They know what they're doing. Coach Harmon's been there many, many times. 2nd and 7. Vance goes in motion now, an empty backfield for Ross. They're going to look, still looking, throwing across the middle, incomplete. As late flag there from the opposite back judge. And we'll see what the call is. As they're going to call pass interference, it looks like, on the Colts.
Independence up 7-0 over Rome.
Now, I did pick Independence in that one. Let's see what the call is here. As we are going to get pass interference on the defense, so it'll be a Miner first down after they move that ball inside the 10-yard line to the 7-yard line. That's where the Miners will set up shop, 1st and goal. And Mingo Central with a chance to tack another score on here in the first quarter.
And Mingo, when they have not completed the pass, Phil Barbour's bailed them out pass interferences. That's, 3?
Yeah. They're going to give it inside to Vance. Oh, big play there. Guess who? Culver with a huge tackle again, as that kid has been just about everywhere on the defense for the Colts.
And, guys, people listening, watching, we sure appreciate the scores coming in because we don't get a chance to check them. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Brandon Blankenship, appreciate you posting those scores, not only for us, but everybody in the comments as well. Ross in the gun, 2nd and goal from the 9.5 now for Mingo Central. Play clock winding down here, 7 seconds, 6 seconds as Ross gets the play in. Now will clap, drops back, looking, will be flushed left, throws it in the back of the end zone over the head of Burke and incomplete, as it'll be 3rd and goal now from the 9.5. Ross just kind of ran out of room.
Yeah, I think he was kind of throwing that one away a little bit. I mean, he was putting it where only his guy had any chance whatsoever, but pretty smart play by him.
I thought so, too.
You don't want to take a chance down here, turn the ball over, giving Philip Barbour any momentum. You got him. I mean, you got him where you want him right now,
right?
So to say. So
you got 2 downs to get in. You know, we haven't seen Mingo Central attempt a field goal. That's actually the first extra point I've seen Mingo Central attempt all season long. So we haven't seen him attempt a field goal this season. So I'm going to get a timeout here from Coach Salmons and Coach Jones. It's going to be a full timeout. We'll do the same. We'll step aside for a break as you're watching the LB&T Game of the Week right here on the D&D Sports Network.
Here at Appalachian Medical, our team has extensive experience in dealing with respiratory disease. That's why we specialize in respiratory products and disease management. We want to bring our knowledge and know-how to help patients live a healthier life. Appalachian Medical was developed by clinical professionals. We have more than 30 years of combined experience in respiratory disease management, case management, critical care, and more. Our respiratory therapists are skilled and compassionate. With offices in Kentucky, West Virginia, Indiana, Ohio, and Pennsylvania, let us be the ones you trust with your medical health care. If you're looking for a friendly and fun atmosphere to enjoy your daily cuisine, come to Cheech's Pizza in Lenore, West Virginia. Cheech's Pizza has world-renowned cheese sticks, delicious pizza, and the best subs in the pizza and pasta game. Don't forget to take advantage of our milkshake shop located inside. Bring your family down to meet ours. We are the place that treats you like family from the second you pull in the parking lot. We look forward to seeing you here at Cheech's Pizza.
Back here at Minor Mountain, 3rd and goal from the 9. Looks like a screen pass set up. They've got Vance. Can Vance get a block? Makes one guy miss, but he gets wrapped up there. Good play there, as that's going to be number 10 for the Colts. That's Caden Humphreys. Now you're going to get a late flag. I'm not entirely sure which side that's going to be on. Mingo Central backing up. Most likely that's going to go against the Miners, as you're going to get the lay of game against the Miners for the infraction of the ball. So that's going to be 4th and about 14. And the bigger news there, Coach, is Vance coming up a little limp there after that tackle by the quarterback Humphreys.
Wow, he will be a huge loss.
He's over there trying to work his ankle out, as now Amari Lovett into the game. That'll be a timeout on the field, as it looks like Philip Barbour may have taken a timeout. We'll do the same. We'll step aside. No timeout on the field.
I was getting ready to say, I can't see anybody calling a timeout with 24 seconds left in a quarter, but I mean, you never know. I mean, unless you want to get a certain package in or.
Right. I think what you're going to see here is, I think maybe Nick Mail for the Colts wanted a unsportsmanlike conduct penalty rather than the delay of game penalty, and that's what he was arguing there. But it's going to be 4th and 14. Clock is stopped right now. Now they're going to wind it. So that means that they don't have to run a play, but they're going to. Ross is going to roll out. He's going to look, throws in the back of the end zone. Shepard brings it in. Malachi Shepard able to climb the ladder and get the ball for the Miners touchdown.
That was a great ball by Ross right there. Off the move, off the rollout, great pass.
What a throw and catch from the two seniors. Ross and Shepard do it again as Shepard hauls it in, and Mingo Central takes a 13-0 lead.
And man, Malachi Shepard, what an athlete he is. He's a big, strong, long, athletic kid for sure.
Looks like the Miners are going to go for 2 here. That shows you Vance's ankle. He was the guy that kicked the extra point in the first possession. So he's not in right now to kick. So the Miners will be going for 2 here. 3 receivers at the top of the screen when you count the H-back Muncie. Ross rolls. He'll look, throws into the side, and it is incomplete. So the score will remain 13-0 in favor of the Miners with 13.9 seconds to go here in the first quarter. You're watching the Class AA playoffs, courtesy of the SSAC here in West Virginia, presented by Toyota, and the LB&T Game of the Week right here on the D&D Sports Network.
Come on down to Treasures Unlimited in Kermit, West Virginia, and let us fill all your shopping needs. It's the holiday season. Don't be left without a gift to give. We got 90-day layaway, delivery. We got the best prices around. We will beat anybody's prices. We have a little bit of everything for everyone. 7 days a week we're open, Monday through Thursday, 10 to 6, Friday through Saturday, 10 to 7, Sunday, 11 to 6. Also, come find a treasure in our pallet bins. We got great deals. You never know what you'll find in our bins. That's Treasures Unlimited in Kermit, West Virginia. We look forward to seeing you.
Today's athletic event is not about winning at all costs, disrespecting others, or criticizing the athlete, coaches, or officials. It's about learning and growing, developing character, and completing with class. Keep it positive and bench bad behavior. We're watching the Class AA playoffs here on the D&D Sports Network, courtesy of the WVSSAC and Toyota. Kickoff for the Miners is caught and down there at the 41-yard line. 10 seconds to go here in the first quarter of play. Mingo Central a 13-0 lead. James Barker and Coach May up top here with you from Buck Harless Stadium in this first round of the Class AA playoffs. Second time we've seen the Philip Barbour offense today. As Humphreys gives it off to Culver. Culver looking for space inside, makes one cut, gets up inside. A gain of about 5 on the play, and that'll do it for the first quarter of play. It's been Miners leading the way so far here in this one as they lead 13-0 as we head to the second quarter. Again, you're watching the Class AA playoffs courtesy of the WVSSAC and Toyota right here on the D&D Sports Network and the LB&T Game of the Week.
This is where it all started, right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. We're continuing that tradition today, and we always will be for generations to come.
Youth sports play an important role in developing work ethic and character to prepare students for future success in life, which is why your West Virginia Toyota dealers are proud to be the official partner of the West Virginia SSAC, supporting high school sports all across West Virginia. Toyota is also the only auto manufacturer in West Virginia, investing heavily in the local economy. So when you're ready for a new ride, shop us on buyatoyota.com or see your local dealer.
Back here at Minor Mountain as Humphreys keeps it and gets about 7 or 8 on the carry for the first down. We head into the second quarter of play.
Tug Valley up 14-6 over Tyler Consolidated.
Again,
rooting for the Panthers.
Barbour goes fast. Philip Barbour does. Humphreys gets the snap. He'll follow his blockers, then cuts up the middle. Humphreys able to get away from one tackle and falls forward. It's a gain of about 12 on the play for Caden Humphreys, the senior quarterback for the Colts, as they're now in Mingo Central territory for the second time here this evening. This is Philip Barbour's technically third possession as they fumble the opening kickoff, and now David Jones is going to take a timeout. That's his last one of
Well, James, they had to take a timeout there. Philip Barbour snapped the ball before Mingo Central was able to get lined up.
Yeah, they absolutely did. We'll step aside for a quick break. You're watching the Class AA playoffs here on the D&D Sports Network on our LB&T Game of the Week.
If you was pushed out of the area because of loss of work in the coal industry, look no longer. Jim Marr is here for you. Jim Marr is now hiring for all positions in the coal field. Stop by their offices in Logan, West Virginia or in Wheeling, West Virginia and apply today.
Back here in Minor Mountain, 13-0, Mingo Central leads, but Philip Barbour moving the ball here to start this second quarter of play. Humphreys in the gun with Culver. So give it to Culver this time. He gets a good cutback lane, spins forward, gets down inside the 30-yard line to the 29. It's a gain of about 6 on the play.
James, the Miners are going to have to be on the hop to get lined up because Philip Barbour is going in hyperspeed.
They are going fast. They'll send the player in motion. This time Humphreys keeps it, has a lane up the middle, able to break a tackle, and he's going to go into the end zone. Caden Humphreys for the Colts score as a big answer from Philip Barbour here in the second quarter as they get on the board. 13-6, the Miners still lead, but it's a huge answer for the Colts.
It sure is, and now we get to see Turkey Grassy, the girl kicker for the Philip Barbour Colts, who is 33 of 35 on PATs on the season. Impressive.
It's very impressive. And the one game that she didn't play was the Lewis County game, and they lost by 1 in overtime, 39-38. Grassy's kick up and through. It's 13-7 in favor of the Miners, but a big answer from the Colts. We'll be back with this LB&T Game of the Week right here on the D&D Sports Network right after this.
Whether you're buying or selling, you get the best deals at Ultimate Pawn in Kermit, West Virginia. They got great deals on weed eaters, chainsaws, yard equipment, laptops, game systems. They got the latest in video games. They got handguns, shotguns, rifles, great deals on ammo, and also a large selection of knives for you knife collectors. That's Ultimate Pawn in Kermit, West Virginia. Come see us. Ultimate Pawn is also Cerakote Guns. If you're looking to get your firearm personalized, stop by Ultimate Pawn in Kermit, West Virginia.
I think
back here at Minor Mountain, James Barker and Coach May with you as Philip Barbour answers Mingo Central score 13-7 now as Humphreys and Holver move it down the field, and Humphreys able to stride it into the end zone. Kick is away as it will be Burke that fields it there. Burke able to dance outside, now has a move. Excuse me, that's not Burke, that's 23 for the Miners. That is Vladimir as he's able to get it to the 42-yard line for Mingo Central. So good field position for the Miners.
44 for Philip Barbour, probably saved a touchdown right there, catching him from behind. Because he had all kinds of green, well, it's not grass, green carpet in front of him. I mean, Winfield is up 21-7 over Lewis County. I've got a chance to watch Winfield a few times this year. They got a good football team.
Good football team there in Putnam County as they'll send Burke in motion. They'll fake it. And actually, Ross is going to keep it. Got some running room over the right side, falls forward to the 40-yard line. Goes Chris Ross. Big play there. 19-yard gain for Ross. And the Miners back into Colt territory here on the mountain.
Nice job finishing that run by Ross. Lowered his shoulder. That's what you want to see.
2 receivers to the top along with the H-back Muncie. Shepard here all by himself on the bottom. They'll give it to Vance this time. Good to see him back in the game, but he's got nothing doing. He's swallowed up there. Philip Barbour, 62. Xander Klein again. Big tackle there. No gain on the play for Vance. And it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Miners from the 40-and-a-half-yard line. Independence 14-0 over Roane currently. Roane County, number 3 seed in Class AA.
Independence has had a good football team all year too, though.
Ross in the gun with Vance, 2 receivers to each side. 2nd and 10. They're going to give it off to Vance. Vance gets around the right side, breaks one tackle, and it slips and falls there. Slides forward to the 33-yard line. It's a gain of about 7 on the play. It'll be 3rd and a long 3 for the Miners. Want to get Coach a good stool, I think. We're going to invest in it.
Coach is good.
2 receivers to each side. Ross gives it to Vance. Couldn't get in there. It's Holver with the tackle again. You're getting a flag, late flag come in, most likely a hold, or at least in the area of holding, Coach.
For sure. Anytime you get a flag along that line of scrimmage, most times it is holding. I'll tell you, Holver and Humphreys are holy terriers.
Yes, they are.
Philip Barbour. Both are really good football players, fun to watch.
As we're going to ask Philip Barbour what they want to do with this penalty, so most likely holding against the Miners.
William Hammond, that is an excellent question. Does anyone know if a female has ever scored a point in West Virginia playoffs? Well, they have now.
I do know that. They have. Lincoln County had a kicker back. Not Lincoln County, I apologize. Lincoln High School had a female kicker back in 2010. 2011 that kicked an extra point against the team I used to coach for, Chapmanville. So I do know that has happened before, so yes. I don't know who the first one was, though. That's a good question.
That is a good question.
2 receivers to the top. Muncie, the H-back, as well. Ross is going to flip it over to Burke. Burke on the reverse. It's a good block there by Vance, but nowhere else to go. It's Holver again. A big missile from that inside backer position. It's a loss. No gain on the play. So it'll be 4th and 13 now for the Miners. As we'll see what Mingo Central does here.
Phil Barbour done a pretty good job staying home and stringing that out. But I'm like you. Holver's like a missile. He flies to the football. And he comes with bad intentions, right?
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. He's been impressive. And looks like Mingo Central's going to go bunch formation to the top of the screen. We'll see what they do. Ross going to roll. They're going to throw it, or at least he's going to try. He's got some room. He'll flip it down the field to Shepard. Incomplete. And that's where Philip Barbour will take over. No punt from the Miners. It's a turnover on downs as we'll go back close to midfield, and Philip Barbour, after their touchdown run, will take over with some momentum. We have seen a big momentum shift here, Coach.
Absolutely. That was a huge stand by the Colts. Philip Barbour, a lot of teams, they come out, get down 13-0. They very easily could have just got really frustrated early, but they fought, battled, and now they're in this thing.
Absolutely. As now you see a wholesale switch on the offensive front. Humphreys in the backfield, 3 receivers to the top of the screen along with the H-back. Humphreys going to keep it himself, runs it up the middle on the quarterback trap, and he gets a gain of about 5 on the play. 2nd and 5 now, maybe 6 for the Colts, as we're starting to see this offensive game plan from Philip Barbour and Coach Mayle kind of come to fruition here. They move fast. They move people around. They're not going to get this guy off the field. That's an illegal participation. It's a free play for the Colts. It'll be a gain of about 5 on the play, and then you're going to have
laundry everywhere.
Laundry everywhere. That may be a 15-yarder up top on Mingo Central, as it looked like Prater may have gotten into the face of Cameron Bennett, and not entirely sure.
By the reaction of Philip Barbour's sideline, it's definitely a 15-yarder on Mingo Central. And that just shows maybe a little bit of frustration from Mingo Central. You come out, you jump up early, and you think, we're in control. Next thing you know, you look up, Philip Barbour's on the move again.
Yeah. I tell you what, this Philip Barbour offense, as quick as they move, is impressive, yeah.
I'm very shocked that they don't have any illegal procedures. They haven't had any offsides.
No.
I mean, so that shows a lot of discipline by them. I mean, you coach for years. It takes a whole lot of preparation and a lot of discipline to be able to move at that speed and everybody be where they're supposed to be on the same page.
Correct. So you're going to get a 5-yard penalty during the play. That was the illegal participation, 12 guys on the field. And then you're going to get a dead ball as well, looks like on Mingo Central. I'm not entirely sure. I think they're going to move it back to the spot and take the 5-yard and then add on the 15 from that. So it's going to be 20 yards in penalty yardage against the Miners here. You'll see what the officials fully say here. So
Coach Jones is discussing with the official down here. I'm sure he's not happy, but.
Yeah, so you're going to get illegal participation. That's that 5-yard penalty. And they've already marked that one off. And then you're going to get the 15-yard penalty, it looks like, on Mingo Central. No, another 5-yard. So 2 5-yard penalties.
So no 15-yarder. Or maybe they're going to keep marking it off.
Yeah, they're going to keep marking it off. So that's going to be the personal foul against Mingo Central. So there is your 20 yards there in penalty yardage, Coach.
That's a backbreaker.
It is. And right now, Philip Barbour has all the momentum here on Minor Mountain.
They are in business.
Thank you guys for tuning in and watching here on the D&D Sports Network. This is our LB&T Game of the Week. Again, and they do a lot of shifts and a lot of movement, and we're going to see the flag. It's going to be offside against Mingo Central, and the reason that is, well, they're going to meet a little bit.
We're going to discuss this one.
And it looks like it's going to be against the Miners. You can't
I think
cross
they had
the
12.
ball. Yeah.
I think they had 12 men on the field, to be honest, because I saw a guy run off and nobody go on.
That's going to be offside. It's going to be 1st and 5 now for the Colts. And the crowd over there for Philip Barbour, about a 3.5 hour drive from Philippi, West Virginia. They've got a good crowd over there.
Man, if you're a defense, though, this has got to be tough.
They're going to give it off to Holver. Holver makes one cut, gets in the lane, and then runs forward, gain of about 6 or 7. It'll be another Colt first down inside the Mingo Central 25-yard line to about the 23.
If you're Philip Barbour, though, this I mean, with all the pre-snap movement and all the motion and all the switching and flipping, I mean, that's partially what you're trying to do is get those offside penalties and catch them in a situation where they don't adjust.
Right. And you know, you get a week to prepare for this. It's such a hard thing. You've seen it on film. I'm sure you've had to, but it's such a hard thing to prepare for.
Well, how hard would it be to get your scout team to be able to run that?
Fake. Humphreys has it. Has a guy open. Can he get it there? And it's a great play from 25 4 for the Miners. That's Burke, able to come from the backside and break that up. Aiden Burke, the sophomore, comes all the way across to break it up, as Braylon Edwards was the intended receiver for the Colts, and he was open down the field. 2nd and 10 now for Philip Barbour. That was a big play from Burke for the Miners.
It sure was.
Humphreys gets it. Quarterback power up inside, finds a lane, but he's stopped there after a gain of about 1 or 2. And again, you've got a very physical corner and receiver battle going on just about every single play. They are just going after each other over there, as Burke was getting blocked, but he's able to shed it. And this game has turned into a fun one to watch here for Minor Mountain.
Absolutely. And we expected this to be a very evenly contested ball game.
A little reverse back on a joker play there for the Colts, as a good tackle there on the outside by the Miners, as that is number 8, Damari Young, able to make the stop, as it was Morrill on a little bit of a end around. We used to call that play the joker. You're going to roll one way and kind of fake it and give it back the other way.
Almost like an inside reverse.
Yes. A little bit of a trap, so it's going to be 4th and 3, and Philip Barbour will take a timeout. We'll do the same. We'll step aside for a break. You're watching the Class AA playoffs here on the D&D Sports Network, courtesy of the WVSSAC, presented by Toyota.
Come on down to Three Guys Pizza and Brew in Williamson, West Virginia. We're located on the corner of Harvey Street and 3rd Avenue. We got great deals on pizzas, sandwiches, and more. You get great service with great pricing. Enjoy your birthday or ball games with us here at Three Guys Pizza and Brew. Look forward to seeing you. Gracie and Tate Merchandising has become a staple here in the Danville and Madison community. They'll make sure you find that treasure that's been eluding you. Everything you need under one roof. New items at discounted prices right here at Gracie and Tate Merchandising. Go Skyhawks!
Back here on Minor Mountain, James Barker and Coach May with you, as it's Humphreys and Holver in the backfield along with Bennett. And this power set for the Colts. They give it off. Holver tries to fight forward. He's going to be close. It's going to depend on the spot. It's right at the 19-yard line. He needed to get to the 18.5, I believe. It's going to be close. It will depend on the measurement here.
Well, James, we got a pretty good bird's eye view up here, and I think it's short.
I think he needed to get to that 18.5, Coach. I think he's a half-yard short. Holver tried. He spun forward.
I'm calling 4 chain links.
4 chain links?
4 chain links.
Okay. I don't know how many chain links are equivalent to a yard, but I'm going to say it's a half-yard short. So we'll say 2. I'll say 2 chain links. You're going to have to zoom in. I see you now.
I've got you. Well, he just moved it a yard back.
Yeah, it's going to be short. It's well short.
Half-yard short.
Well short.
Nice job by the Mingo Central defense.
Absolutely, and it was a much-needed momentum stop for the Miners as well.
Big stop there by the Miners, stepping up on D.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for Mingo Central. Remember, they get the ball to start the second half as well, so this is an important drive for both clubs here with 6:21 to go in the first half of play. And yes, Colts fans, it is Holver. That is correct. You are listening to 2 southern dialect boys down here in the southern part of the state. So sometimes our Culver could sound like a Holver or vice versa. As Ross keeps it over the middle. Got a lane. Chris Ross able to get to about the 35-yard line before he's brought down, as it was Humphreys to make the tackle there. A big run for Ross, and the Miners back in business on offense.
Yeah, if we get a pronunciation wrong, we do apologize, but
it is
we
Holver.
talk how we talk, right?
Yeah, that's right, Coach. That's right. as Ross back in the gun. He'll give it to Vance this time, and Vance almost had a cutback lane there, but he's stopped there by the aforementioned Hulver on the stop as he's able to get another tackle on the play. I will say this, that's one kid we are very impressed with tonight on the defensive side of the ball is Nathaniel Hulver.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, he's played well offensively and defensively, but to me, I like defense. I'm a little partial to defense, and he's fun to watch fly to the football.
Snap back, Ross with it. Looking down the field, going to take a deep shot here to Malachi Shepard. Shepard's got it. It's a beautiful ball from Ross, and Shepard's going to outrace him into the end zone. It's the second touchdown of the night for Malachi Shepard. It's a big strike from Ross to Shepard, and the Miners back on the board, 19-7.
And we just talked about what a good athlete Malachi Shepard is, and he showed it there.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. 19-7, Mingo Central leads as they're going to go for two.
And Ross dropped it in a bucket
yes,
there also.
Did.
I mean, he put it right on him. Great throw and catch.
That's a big play. Again, we have seen momentum shift up and down throughout this game so far. Mingo Central started with it. Philip Barbour got it back, and now the Miners able on the quick strike from Ross to Shepard climb back on the board and get that momentum back as well. Snap, fake, they're going to look. They flip it to Shepard. He falls into the end zone for the two-point conversion, and the Miners take a 14-point lead with 5:07 to go here in the second quarter, 21-7 in favor of Mingo Central. Back with more Class AA playoffs right here on the D&D Sports Network right after this.
Trailhead Bar and Grill in Mapleton, West Virginia is making sure trail riders and locals are staying happy and full. One thing's a guarantee at Trailhead is great food and great service. Come watch your favorite ball game, have a party, or we'll host your events at Trailhead Bar and Grill, proud supporter of the Mingo Central Miners and all mountain athletes. At Giovanni's Pizza in West Logan, we got subs, calzones, wings, pizza, and more. Stop by today. Great service with great deals. We also got a newly renovated and remodeled dining room where you can enjoy your game day celebrations or relax after a trail ride. We look forward to seeing you at Giovanni's in Logan, West Virginia.
Back here on Miner Mountain, 21-7 in favor of Mingo Central. 5:07 to go here in the first half of play as the Miners kick it away as it will be fielded and ran up inside by Bennett. Bennett has a lane and jumps forward to about the 40-yard line. Good field position for Philip Barbour as they'll take over for about their fourth possession of the game.
James, if you're Mingo Central, you got to be ecstatic. You get the big stop down here, and then 2 plays later, you see Ross hook up on Malachi Shepard on what was it, 70-yard, 60-yard TD pass. What a turnaround that was. Now Phil Barbour needs to answer again.
Well, they have moved the ball. They have ran the ball pretty well, so we'll see what they do here. Humphrey's back. He'll look. Throws down the middle of the field. Almost intercepted by guess who? Malachi Shepard, as he read that play really well. That was a little bit of a leak play on the backside tight end. That was Braylon Edwards. They tried to sneak down the middle of the field. He was there at that tackle position. Well, they run so many funky sets, Coach.
Right.
But the Colts unable to sneak him by Shepard. Humphreys gives it off to Hulver. Hulver behind his blocks and gets forward. Gain of about 5 on the play. So it'll be 3rd and 5 for Philip Barbour at the 45-yard line.
And, James, you know me. I'm a fan of the tight end in the middle of the field. I love it. And he had him a little bit more air, and I think he had him there.
Fake the jet up inside. It's Humphreys. Humphreys forward. First down for Philip Barbour. Gain of about 6 on the play. As, again, the Colts moving quickly as they normally do here. You know, this is our first chance at seeing Philip Barbour live here this season, and it really is impressive to see how quickly they move offensively and how well coached they are.
They are a very disciplined football team.
Big set here for Humphreys. He's going to keep it. Goes to the outside and gets forward. Gain of about 4 on the play this time. So 2nd and 6. 4:05 to go here in the first half of play.
And Humphreys and Culver has been an absolute pleasure to watch so far. They're as advertised for sure. Update on Tug Valley. Tug Valley up 21-6.
Appreciate those scores again coming in as, again, big bodies moving to the right side for Philip Barbour. Humphreys, a single back there, but they're going to give it on a little bit of an end around. That's Culver. Culver's got a lane. Can he break one tackle? He does. 35, 30. Stutter steps to the 20, spins, and down out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Nathaniel Culver on that inside, what I called a joker play earlier. Coach, you called it that reverse trap almost. And Culver able to make it work this time for a gain of about 23.
Culver showed all kinds of power, but he showed a little wobble there, Coach. A little stutter step there. Made a guy miss. I like it.
Same set for the Colts. Humphreys this time will keep it as he tries to get up inside. Shepard missed the tackle, but he's met there by a slew of Miners. Gain of about 3 on the play. 3:18 to go on a moving clock here in the first half of play. Mingo Central 21, Philip Barbour 7.
I'll tell you, Malachi Shepard's impressive too. He's a big kid.
Mingo Central trying to get lined up here as they'll send Bennett in motion. They'll fake it. Humphreys up inside. Good tackle there as Humphreys got hit kind of sideways there.
That was number 3 for Mingo Central coming in there on that stop.
That was Mitchum, the freshman.
Yeah, he come flying through there.
Gain of about 2 on the play, so 3rd and 6 for Philip Barbour on about the 14-yard line as the clock ticking down here in the first half.
I mean, you feel like Philip Barbour desperately, well, not desperately, but they need a score here.
Humphreys fakes it to Culver, looking down the field. He's chased, eludes one. Now will try to elude another, stays inbound, spins forward, and is brought down there near the line of scrimmage. So it'll be 4th down and about 6 for the Colts with 2:05 to go here on a moving clock in the first half.
Wayne, the Pioneers up 14-10 at halftime.
If anybody was going to upset a big team early in the first round, it was going to be Wayne.
Well, you and I saw Wayne a couple times, and they were a lot better than what their record indicated. A whole lot better.
Grassy on for the field goal attempt from about the 30, it'll be about 31-yard field goal. 5 seconds on the play clock. I believe Philip Barbour is going to have to take a timeout. They do. We'll keep things here. 1:36 to go here in the first half of play as Grassy on to attempt this field goal for Philip Barbour.
Little tidbit on Grassy. She has thrown a TD pass.
She has.
On a botched snap. Joe Kinzer, thank you, Joe, again. Week 1 of last season, he said on a botched snap, Grossi picked it up and threw a TD pass. So maybe we're looking at a fake field goal here.
We'll see. That's an interesting tidbit, Coach. So we'll see exactly. We already saw a fake punt once already in this game from Philip Barbour. So we'll see what Coach Mann wants to do here for the Colts. Again, 1:36 to go here in the first half. Mingo Central 21, Philip Barbour 7. Again, we thank our sponsors for tonight's broadcast. As this playoff game brought to you by those guys in the top left corner, as well as our scroll bar. Without them, not able to broadcast this game. So even those of you watching and listening from Barbour County.
Guys, this is a really, really nice place, too.
Well, no field goal unit. Offense back on the field for the Colts. Humphreys gets it, throws it down the middle, and it is caught into the end zone. Touchdown for the Colts. That's T.D. Bodkins, the tight end over the middle. Coach, you've called that one a few times this season.
Listen, it's a lost part of the game of football. Nobody wants to use the middle of the field. Everybody likes to get in space. Well, guess what? The middle's full of space anymore because nobody throws it there.
Well, Humphreys just did to Bodkins for the touchdown, and the Colts back on the board. That's a big play here at the end of the first half for Philip Barbour.
Absolutely is.
Grassi on to attempt the extra point. Kick is up. It is through. And Philip Barbour climbs back up on the scoreboard as they trail by 7 points, 21-14. The Miners still in the lead. You're watching the Class AA playoffs right here on the D&D Sports Network.
Call Restoration One, West Virginia's go-to cleanup crew. Don't let fire, wind, water damage ruin your property. Restoration One can get you back to 100% in the quickest time possible. Our staff here at Restoration One is fast, friendly, and reliable. We got experts that use the latest in technology to remove mold and damages left behind by Mother Nature. Don't just trust anyone. Trust Restoration One.
Back here on Minor Mountain, and Coach, you mentioned that just right at the end of the break there. Rhett Fischel got knocked down. That may have led to the touchdown from as Mingo Central able to pick up that one. And they got it laying down the sideline, but a good tackle again by this Barbour team as that one was Bennett that's able to wrap up the Mingo Central ball carrier inside the 15-yard line.
Yeah, Philip Barbour has got some really fast athletes.
Yes, they do.
They fly to the football. Like you said, they are well coached.
Yes, they are.
You watch them even on their special teams and stuff. They stay in their lanes. They're a very disciplined football team, and we have watched so many games this year where there's been penalty after penalty after penalty, offsides, false start, just simple things. But from a team that does as much as they do, we're not seeing that.
No, we're not. Vance gets the carry. And it's spun down there at about the 16-yard line as we'll see the clock winding down here in the first half of play. Mingo Central up 21-14, but Philip Barbour able to get some momentum back here at the end of the first half. Coach Jones in no rush here to get these plays off.
Jacob Rutherford said that was a good play call to use the ref as a blocker. Well, whatever works, all right?
Ross in the gun, drops back, looking down the field. He'll throw it deep to Shepard again. And Shepard gets, oh no, he dropped it. It went in and out of his hands. Good defensive play there by Drew Morrill. The junior able to knock it away there at the last moment as they took a deep shot to Shepard. So 3rd and 8 now for the Miners, backed up in Philip Barbour territory. I'm sorry, in Mingo Central territory.
Shepard's a big target out there for sure.
We'll probably see, with one timeout left, you'll probably see Mingo Central run the ball here. Maybe Philip Barbour take their timeout and see if they can get something in the special teams department. They'll give it to Vance. Vance breaks it over the middle, falls forward, but he's going to be short of the first down. No timeout called from Philip Barbour, and now there is. So with 32 seconds to go, 4th and about 1 for the Miners from the 23-yard line. And we'll see what Mingo Central does here. Most likely in this situation you want to see a punt, Coach, but you just never know sometimes with high school football teams.
You sure don't, but Coach Jones is I don't think Coach Jones is faking a punt.
I don't think so either.
But, like, you never know. You just never know. I didn't think Philip Barbour would fake a punt early in the game either.
No, I did not. So we've seen some gambles. I don't think this is the spot, though, that Coach Jones gambles in. He does have the punt unit on for Mingo Central. And Philip Barbour, with a chance here, they may either come out and try to all-out block this one, or they may try to set up a return. It looks like with 2 returners back, they're going to try to set up the return.
I'm shocked Humphrey's in back there returning punts.
It's Bennett back there as the kick is away. It's a wobbler, lands at about the 50-yard line. It's going to bounce and now roll and then roll back, and Mingo Central will down it there. 22.9 seconds to go here in the first half. Decent field position for Philip Barbour with no timeouts, though.
Yeah, but when you got athletes like Humphreys and Hulver, you never know what can happen here. I don't look for Philip Barbour to get
too fancy here.
No, I don't think they'll get too out of pocket here. But they might. You never know, boys. What a score would do here for them.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, wow.
They've got the big bodies on the field, 3 receivers to the top of the screen along with that H-back. Snap. They're going to flip it over to Hulver. Hulver's got some blockers, makes one cut, falls forward, has the first down out to the 44-yard line. 15 seconds to go, and we'll see.
Well, you can bet they're quick enough to get the ball spot.
Yes.
They're going to be on the ball fast.
13 seconds now. Send a man in motion. Humphreys looks, steps up. Now we'll flip it dangerously to Bennett. Bennett is tackled and swallowed up there, and that will be the end of the first half of play. It's the Miners taking a 7-point lead into the locker room, 21-14 in favor of Mingo Central against Philip Barbour. You're watching the Class AA playoffs here from the WVSSAC presented by Toyota on the D&D Sports Network.
Youth sports play an important role in developing work ethic and character to prepare students for future success in life, which is why your West Virginia Toyota dealers are proud to be the official partner of the West Virginia SSAC, supporting high school sports all across West Virginia. Toyota is also the only auto manufacturer in West Virginia, investing heavily in the local economy. So when you're ready for a new ride, shop us on buyatoyota.com or see your local dealer. Toyota, let's go places.
Here at Logan Bank and Trust, we are committed to serving the needs of the Southern coalfields. So if you need to borrow money, remember, we are just a click away.
Here at LB&T, we make online banking easy.
We've taken the hassle out of applying for a loan on our new website. It's as simple as going to our lbnt.com website and choosing the loan product that best suits your needs.
Your loan on your time. Visit us at lbnt.com. You're only a click away.
So if you need to borrow money, remember, we are just a click away. It's easy to apply online at lbnt.com, and all decisions are made locally. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Looking for a great selection, great prices, and a great experience on your next ATV, motorcycle, or side-by-side? Come check out Kiefer's Kawasaki.
Our number one goal is to offer you the best power sport experience at a great price.
Like this new 23 Kawasaki Teryx 4 for only $17,999.
Before you write that check with us.
And remember, your adventure starts here at Kiefer Kawasaki. Route 44 South, Jerry West Highway in Logan, or visit KiefersPowersports.net.
Come down to Trailblazers Outfitters, located right off the 4-lane from Williamson, West Virginia, to hop on your new rental of side-by-sides, dirt bikes, or four-wheelers. They also have four-wheeler, dirt bike, and side-by-side repairs, along with accessories, tires, and stereo systems, and a large repair shop. Give them a call today at 859-953-0903 to get your new rental to enjoy the trails today. Come on down to Gilbert Produce Market, located in Gilbert, West Virginia. They have daily lunch and dinner specials, seasonal produce and plants, home-cooked meals, and friendly service. They offer catering for special occasions and holidays, party trays, and they were also voted 2023 Coalfield's Best Milkshake and Community Market. You can catch them Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., and Saturday to Sunday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Come on down to Gilbert Produce Market, located in Gilbert, West Virginia, 304-664-5600. Looking for a new healthcare provider? Come see us at Tug Valley Wellness Clinic. We take all patients from the ages 2 and up. Our staff has over 30 years of medical experience. We do everything from DOT physicals, wellness exams, adult and child, walk-in visits, and more. Call us today at 304-236-3601 or reach us Monday through Friday.
Halftime score here from the Buck Harless Stadium in Mingo County, West Virginia. It's Mingo Central 21, Philip Barbour 14, as Philip Barbour Colts marching band performing at halftime here. An award-winning band for the Colts and Philip Barbour High School. We appreciate their entertainment here tonight in Mingo County, West Virginia. 21-14, Mingo Central leads, as it was the Miners that struck early, as it was a opening kickoff fumble for Philip Barbour. Miners able to take it 25 yards into the end zone on the Vance 2-yard touchdown run to give Mingo Central the 7-0 lead, especially after the Vance extra point, the first one we've seen from Mingo Central this year, at least on the D&D broadcast. 7-0 Mingo Central led, and then Mingo Central was able to get a Malachi Shepard touchdown at the end of the first quarter to take a 13-0 lead after the 2-point conversion failed. And then Philip Barbour was able to come down, march down the field, and have a huge answer on the touchdown run by Humphreys, as he was able to take it in from about 26 yards out in the beginning of the second quarter, as Philip Barbour cut the Mingo Central lead to 13-7. After that, it was a deep ball from Chris Ross to Malachi Shepard from about 65 yards out that was able to put the Miners back on top by 2 scores. The 2-point conversion from Ross to Shepard was also good to give the Miners a 21-7 lead. And there at the end of the second quarter, with about 1:30 to go in the half, it was Humphreys able to find T.D. Bodkins over the middle on a 4th and 6 play, and it gave another Philip Barbour score on the board to cut the Mingo Central lead to 21-14. That's where we stand here at halftime between the number 7 seed Mingo Central Miners and number 10 seed Philip Barbour Colts. Coach, this has been a good one so far. We have seen some ups and downs and ebbs and flows, and this is kind of the way you think a 7 versus 10 matchup should go.
You get a 7-10 game, it should be pretty evenly matched. I mean, both teams come into the night 8-2, and both teams probably. Well, I know Mingo Central exceeded expectations, and like we don't get to see Philip Barbour a whole lot, but it's been a really, really competitive football game, and I've enjoyed watching this one.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a Philip Barbour program. I told you, Coach, had a 21-game losing streak that was snapped back in 2021. This is Coach Mail's 3rd year at Philip Barbour. So from that 2021 season, ending that losing streak and snapping that streak to the point now where you're 8-2, you get your team in the playoffs. Awesome. He has done a fantastic job in rebuilding this Philip Barbour program. From what was, a losing team that lost 21 straight to now a number 10 seed in the playoffs and coming into a very difficult place to play and, going toe-to-toe with the Miners so far here tonight.
Well, like you talked earlier, they try to intimidate you from the word go up here. You walk into the locker room, it's painted pink.
Yes.
Come on now.
Yeah. That's an old Iowa trick that Coach Fields did when he was Coach Field and Coach Kinder did when they were here at Mingo Central. It's still painted pink.
But I'll tell you, this is a beautiful facility up here.
It is.
It's a nice place to watch a football game, and I mean, like you said, they win here tonight. I'm not sure what year Mingo Central became a high school. I want to say
12 or 13.
12, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And if they win here tonight, that will be 50 wins
here on Minor Mountain.
On Minor Mountain. So they got a pretty good tradition going up here.
They do as well. So two teams at 8-7 playing pretty even football so far here tonight on the D&D Sports Network as the Philip Barbour Marching Band performs here at halftime for those in attendance. 21-14, the Miners lead over Philip Barbour. Will step aside for a break. You're watching the WVSSAC playoffs presented by Toyota right here on the D&D Sports Network and our LB&T Game of the Week.
Come meet the wonderful staff at the Del Barton Quick Shop. They got all your cold food needs along with tobacco needs. And while you're down there, check out their award-winning hot food items. Once again, located in Del Barton, West Virginia, the Quick Shop.
Southside Buildings and Carports and Southside Shed Hunters of Louisa, Kentucky offers shed hauling services up to 16 by 52 long buildings. We also have lofted cabins, utility cabins, garages, man caves, she sheds that you can customize and order to your wants and needs with many different options such as workbenches, shelving, transom windows, and much more. You can go to the location or buy using 3D Builder's online order system. You can build right from your own home. We offer metal garages and carports that are built to any size and installed right on your property. For more info, call 304-928-0060 or 304-928-0062. Here at Southside Buildings and Carports, we've got you covered. Stop by Eric Homa Drug today and let them fill your prescription. Eric Homa Drug has been serving the Chapmanville community for over 46 years. They're a proud supporter of the Chapmanville Tigers and all mountain athletes.
Come on down to the Loose Caboose Grill, located in Kermit, West Virginia. Come on in and try out their home fresh food. And go inside of the caboose and sign your name on the wall while you sit down and get you something to eat. Located in Kermit, West Virginia, go grab you a bite to eat at the Loose Caboose Grill.
Here at Appalachian Medical, our team has extensive experience in dealing with respiratory disease. That's why we specialize in respiratory products and disease management. We want to bring our knowledge and know-how to help patients live a healthier life. Appalachian Medical was developed by clinical professionals. We have more than 30 years of combined experience in respiratory disease management, case management, critical care, and more. Our respiratory therapists are skilled and compassionate. With offices in Kentucky, West Virginia, Indiana, Ohio, and Pennsylvania, let us be the ones you trust with your medical health care. If you're looking for a friendly and fun atmosphere to enjoy your daily cuisine, come to Cheech's Pizza in Lenore, West Virginia. Cheech's Pizza has world-renowned cheese sticks, delicious pizza, and the best subs in the pizza and pasta game. Don't forget to take advantage of our milkshake shop located inside. Bring your family down to meet ours. We are the place that treats you like family from the second you pull in the parking lot. We look forward to seeing you here at Cheech's Pizza.
Youth sports play an important role in developing work ethic and character to prepare students for future success in life, which is why your West Virginia Toyota dealers are proud to be the official partner of the West Virginia SSAC, supporting high school sports all across West Virginia. Toyota is also the only auto manufacturer in West Virginia, investing heavily in the local economy. So when you're ready for a new ride, shop us on buyatoyota.com or see your local dealer. Toyota, let's go places.
Back here on Minor Mountain. Halftime score, Mingo Central 21. Philip Barbour 14. James Barker and Coach May with you here at the Buck as the Philip Barbour Marching Band performing at halftime. As they're getting a standing ovation from the Minor fans here in Mingo Central tonight.
Brandon Blankenship says Mingo was opened in 2011. First playoff team 2012. First playoff win was 2014. State champions 2016, which we knew that. and they made the playoffs every year up to 2020. So thank you for that information, Brandon. So like I said, they got a pretty rich tradition up here on the mountain for football.
They have. It was a tough team to beat for a long time for when I coached at Chapmanville. So it was one of those games that you did not circle on your calendar very often.
Yeah, Yogi's a legendary coach. I mean,
yeah, and then and Coach Fields, it was his offensive coordinator for years. Is it Herbert Hoover now is the head coach? And,
didn't do a bad job either. Right?
Hasn't done a bad job either. And Coach Sammons, who coached here as well, back on Coach Jones's staff here as the offensive coordinator. And Coach Joe Kinzer was telling us before the game, as a defensive coordinator, Josh Sammons won a state title, won playoff games under Yogi here at Mingo Central. Won a playoff game as a head coach, and now has a chance to win a playoff game as an offensive coordinator. So a little bit of a trifecta for Josh Sammons if the Miners are able to come off with a victory tonight.
Couple of scores: Wayne up 14-10 at half over Fairmont Senior. Tug Valley up 28-6, winning big over Tyler Consolidated. Belfry, Pikeville's up 36-0 over Williamsburg. Belfry is down 24-16 to Bell County at the half. That's kind of a shocker. Winfield up big. We didn't get a score on that one. Johnson Central down 14-7 to Boyd County at the half. That's a big shocker.
That's a shocker.
Yeah. My inside source says they're getting hosed, but somehow I don't. Well, I just think he's. I
think he's a homer.
Yeah, I think he's a homer. I think he's one of those. But
if Wayne were able to pull off the upset, that's who the winner of this game would play. So
Wayne would come here.
Wayne could come to Mingo, or they could travel to Philip Barbour next week as well. So it would be an interesting playoff if you get – and Fairmont Senior, for those that don't know that are listening, are probably the favorites in Class AA this year. They have been the favorites since the beginning of the season. They've only had 2 losses, one to Morgantown and one to Bridgeport. They are considered the favorites in Class AA to win the state title this year, and Wayne, who is a 6-4 Cardinal Conference team that plays a lot of teams that we cover down here, winning at halftime.
James, we talked about when Wayne came to Chapmanville, I'm wanting to say they were 4 or 3-5 or 4-5. And after they we were amazed.
Yep, they're a pretty good football
team.
I
watched them play Winfield early in the year, and I thought, man, they're good. And nobody is better than Coach Harmon this time of year. I mean, he's been there. He's won state championships. He knows how to prepare his guys.
Yes, he does. And Wayne, we saw led Scott late in the game. They had a chance to beat Scott. Led Winfield they led Winfield at a point in the game as well. As Winfield now up 50-7 on Lewis County.
Listen, Winfield's got Aiden Hernandez, I think.
Yeah, that was the receiver and the kicker. Yeah, he's a fantastic athlete.
They got 2 Aidens, and both of them are great. Yeah. And then they got K1 Pearson is a phenomenal football player. So there's some good football teams in AA.
Yeah, it's a great field for Class AA this year. Speaking of great, it's a great game here on Miner Mountain as the Miners lead Philip Barbour 21-14. As Coach May and I will step aside for our final break here at halftime. We'll be back with more right after this. You're watching the LB&T Game of the Week right here on the D&D Sports Network.
Here at Logan Bank and Trust, we are committed to serving the needs of the southern coalfields. So if you need to borrow money, remember, we are just a click away.
Here at LB&T, we make online banking easy.
We've taken the hassle out of applying for a loan on our new website. It's as simple as going to our lbnt.com website and choosing the loan product that best suits your needs.
Your loan on your time. Visit us at lbnt.com. You're only a click away.
So if you need to borrow money, remember, we are just a click away. It's easy to apply online at lbnt.com, and all decisions are made locally. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Southside Buildings and Carports and Southside Shed Hunters of Louisa, Kentucky offers shed hauling services up to 16 by 52 long buildings. We also have lofted cabins, utility cabins, garages, man caves, she sheds that you can customize and order to your wants and needs with many different options such as workbenches, shelving, transom windows, and much more. You can go to the location or buy using 3D Builder's online order system. You can build right from your own home. We offer metal garages and carports that are built to any size and installed right on your property. For more info, call 304-928-0060 or 304-928-0062. Here at Southside Buildings and Carports, we've got you covered. Come on down to Treasures Unlimited in Kermit, West Virginia, and let us fill all your shopping needs. It's the holiday season. Don't be left without a gift to give. We got 90-day layaway, delivery. We got the best prices around. We will beat anybody's prices. We have a little bit of everything for everyone. 7 days a week, we're open Monday through Thursday, 10 to 6, Friday through Saturday, 10 to 7, Sunday, 11 to 6. Also, come find a treasure in our pallet bins. We got great deals. You never know what you'll find in our bins. That's Treasures Unlimited in Kermit, West Virginia. We look forward to seeing you. Whether you're buying or selling, you get the best deals at Ultimate Pawn in Kermit, West Virginia. They got great deals on weed eaters, chainsaws, yard equipment, laptops, game systems. They got the latest in video games. They got handguns, shotguns, rifles, great deals on ammo, and also a large selection of knives for you knife collectors. That's Ultimate Pawn in Kermit, West Virginia. Come see us. Ultimate Pawn is also Cerakote and Guns. If you're looking to get your firearm personalized, stop by Ultimate Pawn in Kermit, West Virginia.
If you're injured in a car wreck, don't delay. Give me a call today, Justin Markham. Here at Markham Law Office, we will fight for you. Don't settle for a handshake and a small check from the insurance companies. Give us a call. Don't take on the big insurance companies alone. We will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Here at Markham Law Office, you're more than a client. You're family, and we take care of family. Give me a call, Justin Markham, attorney at law.
The West Virginia Secondary Schools Activities Commission serves its 286 member schools and their students by providing leadership and support for the conduct of education-based athletics which enrich the educational experience of all participants. Play, perform, compete together. This is the Class AA playoffs presented by the WVSSAC, presented by Toyota right here on the D&D Sports Network. We appreciate our sponsors for tonight. We appreciate all of those tuning in tonight here from Minor Mountain in Mingo County, West Virginia. Appreciate those Philip Barbour fans who are new to the D&D Sports Network for sticking it out with two old mountain boys here tonight on the D&D Sports Network.
You got the old part right anyway. Ancient. The difference in the ball game right now, really, is the turnover on the kickoff.
Yeah. 100%, Coach. You're exactly right. That one turnover in this game has been the key play in this game for both clubs.
I guarantee if on every board across the state of West Virginia tonight, when you put keys to the game up, it's going to be takeaways and turnovers.
Yeah.
If you have takeaways or you turn it up, it just swings it so much. And you can see here, Philip Barbour, once their offense got on the field, they're really good.
They have been.
Mingo Central caught a big break early, though. They capitalized on it, and that's how we got to 21-14.
Well, it has turned into a great football game, and it has turned cold up here on Minor Mountain. I'll tell you this much, Coach. If it's 40 degrees at the bottom of Minor Mountain, it is about 30 degrees at the top here at Minor Mountain, and the weather changes quickly up here. I've been in a few of those.
James, I'm just thankful I keep my golf bag with me at all times, and I had gloves and a hat on hand.
Well, I tell you what, you are a smart man. It is turned a little frigid up here as we're in this open air press box with two cameras, one the scoreboard camera and one the field camera with you here on Minor Mountain, and we are happy to be able to present this playoff football game for you here tonight. As we'll keep you updated on that Fairmont and Wayne game, as that is the important game. That's whoever wins the Fairmont-Wayne game determines who wins this game. That's the next matchup in the Class AA playoffs for those teams. So we'll keep you updated the best that we can on that score as we move forward in this one. Yeah, we got to watch a little bit of the band here on the D&D Sports Network. You know, Coach and I obviously watched the Philip Barbour marching band throughout the entirety of the halftime. I'll tell you what, that was an impressive band. We've seen a few this year. Philip Barbour ranks right up there with some of the best bands we have seen this year. So we appreciate the Colts marching band coming down.
Awesome job. Just a score update. Fairmont Senior now leads Wayne 17-14.
Well,
wow.
I guess they got the ball and found a way to score.
Yeah.
Wayne has been playing keep away from what we have heard.
That's a dandy. That's a dandy going on in Fairmont.
It'll be Mingo Central football to start the second half of play here for Minor Mountain as the Colts and Coach Mail over there in a team huddle at midfield before they'll start to march toward the 40-yard line and kick things off here in the second half. As again, we thank you for watching this Class AA playoff game here on the D&D Sports Network. As it will be Clinton Avul to kick things off, AUVIL, for the Colts. 6'1" senior has it teed up, and he'll approach the ball, and we're underway here in the second half of play. Short kick to about the 25-yard line, as we'll see Mingo Central try to run around to the sideline, as that was 20. Bam Coleman, the freshman, who we've seen a couple times this season, Coach, but he tried to get to the sideline, but good tackle there from the Colts, as that's where Mingo Central will start at about the 21, 22-yard line.
I'm excited for this second half, James. It's been a good football game so far, and I expect it's going to come right down to the end.
Guys, if you're just tuning in, score is located in the top right-hand corner for you. Mingo Central 21. Philip Barbour, 14. First play of the second half is Dylan Vance, and it's a big tackle there to the outside. Bennett with the tackle for the Colts. Vance tried to get to the outside. Bennett right there to make the play. Maybe a loss of a half yard there, so 2nd and 10. Oh, wow, Wayne breaks a huge run to take the lead back from Fairmont Senior. Oh, man, what a game there at East West Stadium in Marion County.
Thank you for that, Jessica Douglas. It's awful. You got it right.
There we go. Thank you. Two receivers to the top of the screen, two receivers to the bottom of the screen as well. Ross with it, claps his hands, gives it to Vance. Vance gets up inside. He's met there by 62. That's Klein, as he makes another tackle for the Colts, but it's a gain of about 5 on the play. So 3rd and 5 for the Miners at about the 27-yard line on their opening possession here in the third quarter.
I've heard so many coaches say that the first possession of the second half might be the most important possession of the ball game.
As they'll look over to Coach Sammons, the offensive coordinator for the Miners. 3 receivers to the bottom of the screen, and now you're going to get a penalty, maybe a false start on the Miners, and it's going to be called there as they're going to call a false start. So 3rd and 10 now for Mingo Central.
Yeah, that's a tough break. We've talked about it all year. That's just such a senseless penalty to get a false start. And I know it happens, but
that moves you back now. 3rd and 10 for Mingo Central. So same formation, 3 receivers at the bottom. Shepard, the receiver to the top of your screen at home. Ross looking underneath, throws it out here. It's going to be intercepted. Humphreys with the pick six, and the Colts are back in business. Caden Humphreys read that beautifully, picks it off, and the Colts are an extra point away from tying this one up here on Minor Mountain.
James Barker, what a football player this kid is.
Yes.
What a football player this kid is. He is the do-it-all for Philip Barbour, and he's so fun to watch. He's everywhere.
He came in from his safety position and was able to make the pick six for the Colts. As
right on cue, we just talked about how important
that
turnovers
first possession
are.
was, and turnovers. Grassi's extra point is good. It's 21-all here from Minor Mountain. Back with more of this Class AA playoff game here on the D&D Sports Network right after this.
Come down to Trailblazers Outfitters, located right off the 4-lane from Williamson, West Virginia, to hop on your new rental of side-by-sides, dirt bikes, or four-wheelers. They also have four-wheeler, dirt bike, and side-by-side repairs, along with accessories, tires, and stereo systems, and a large repair shop. Give them a call today at 859-953-0903 to get your new rental to enjoy the trails today.
Back here on Minor Mountain, it was a Caden Humphreys pick six for the Colts to tie things up 21-21. As Ross threw it into the flat, and Humphreys was right there to make the play. And we've got a brand new ball game with 10:30 to go here in the second half of play. Burke with it. Gets the kickoff return, tries to get to the outside, gets to the 30, and will get out of bounds at about the 35-yard line. So the Miners will take over there as they'll try to regain some momentum here in the second half.
So Philip Barbour loses the ball on the kickoff of the first half. Mingo Central turns it over on the third play of the second half. Game of turnover. I mean,
turnovers right now, Coach, 1-1, and that's why you got a tie ball game.
Absolutely. We got a good one going though.
21-21. Mingo Central with the football now. It's Muncie now in at the H-back position. They'll send him in motion to the left side of the formation. Give it off to Vance. Inside, power play. Vance breaks one tackle but doesn't break the rest. It's a gain of about 2 on the play, and right now that defensive front is, we thought early on in this game, Coach, Mingo Central was having their way with the defensive front for Philip Barbour. That tide has turned here so far as we've gone on.
Philip Barbour's absolutely juiced right now, though. They've got every bit of the momentum right now.
Mingo Central in the huddle now as Ross gives off the play. See Shepard go to the top of the screen. 2 receivers to the bottom of the screen with the H-back Muncie. Ross in the gun. He'll move Muncie over to the left side. Send the motion man Burke across. It's the jet pass. Burke following his blockers. Gets up inside, but only a gain of about 2 or 3 on the play as the Colts able to stretch it out. And a good tackle there from the quarterback from his safety position. That's Humphreys as well as Holver, the inside backer. Those two are special for the Colts.
They absolutely are. They're as good as any duo that I saw this year, I think. And we saw some good ones.
And we have 3rd and 6 for the Miners here from the 40-yard line. 3 receivers to the bottom of the screen. That's Shepard to the top. Shotgun snap, back to Ross. He'll roll right, looking down the field. Still looking. And he's going to flip it, throw it, and it's caught by Burke. No, he dropped it. As Humphreys and Bennett came up and made the hit, Burke couldn't handle it, and it'll be incomplete, and that'll bring up 4th down for the Miners.
James Barker, as a coach, you teach your guys, separate the man from the football, and that's what Bennett did.
Yes,
there.
he did. He was able to lay a big hit, and the sophomore is pumped up back there as he's deep to try to return this kick. I tell you what, that's a sophomore, 6'1", 185. His body type does not look like a sophomore's body.
No, and he absolutely laid the wood right there. Big pop.
Snap back. Kick is away. Flag on the play. That one's going to roll and bounce right there as it checks up at about the 31-yard line. Generally, this is in the area of illegal formation. They may add 5 yards onto this or a re-kick. I don't know if he can add 5 yards on. You can in the NFL. I don't think you can in high school. So we'll see if that's an option here. They're going to go to the Philip Barbour sideline and ask Coach Mail.
Fairmont Senior with a turnover. Wayne has ball at 21-17 with 4 minutes to go in the third at Fairmont's 40. Wow, what a ball game they got going on.
That's a good one there, too.
Absolutely. But, guys, I tell you, I don't know if I'd rather be anywhere than right here right now. It's a dandy. Exciting.
So it will be a illegal formation penalty against the Miners. And they will add 5 yards on to this one, I believe. As Mingo Central trying to fire their fans up, as Philip Barbour trying to fire their fans up as well. This is good high school football here in the state of West Virginia tonight for Minor Mountain.
2 good football teams.
Yes. 3 receivers to the bottom of the screen, tight end and wing. They're going to get the chain set. We've seen Philip Barbour start off in these formations and completely change them tonight. Humphreys in the gun by himself. Gets the snap. Gets up inside and is tackled there from behind. That's Jace Harmon with the stop. Gain of 2 on the play. We'll see what adjustments Mingo Central has made on the defensive side.
Phil Barbour's not an easy offense to predict for sure. They're very unpredictable in what they're going to do because, like you said, they move guys everywhere. They have a lot of different formations.
3 receivers to the bottom. They'll send a man in motion. They'll give it up inside. Actually, Humphreys keeps it this time, has a lane, and it gets spun down at about the 46-yard line, but it'll be enough for the Philip Barbour first down. As Humphreys continues to work some magic with his legs. You know, he reminds me so much of a Mingo Central quarterback from years ago, Stevie Hammond, that was here many years ago that ran it up inside and had the ability to throw the ball to beat you. But it was, he was short, but, man, he packed the wallop, and that's what Humphreys is for this Philip Barbour team. Man in motion. Little option play. Pitch over to Holver as Holver makes the guy miss, gets down the sideline out of bounds at about the 46-yard line is where they'll mark him out. Gain of about 6 or 7 on the play, as it will be 2nd and 4 for the Colts here at midfield.
Man, Holver's a load. He is a load.
Haven't been very many other Colts touch the ball aside from Humphreys and Holver, but I don't know if I would let anybody else do it either. Humphreys fakes it to Holver, gets up inside, gets the first down yardage, and is tackled there at about the 41-yard line. They'll mark him at the 40. First down, Colts. 7:23 on a moving clock here in the third quarter.
Humphreys, the back of the Tyler Mitchell, stop.
3 receivers to the top of the screen for Philip Barbour. Send a man in motion to the backfield. Now they'll send Holver in motion as they'll give it off to the back this time, and we'll see Morrill get one of the first touches in a handoff that we've seen for a different back tonight, as Morrill gains about 2 on the play as we've got an injured Minor on the field.
Brandon Blankenship said Stevie was a beast, one of the best to ever play at Mingo. I agree. At the time Stevie was here, my brother coached at Tulsa, so I watched a lot of those games, and those were battles.
Yeah.
Tulsa had a pretty good football team then.
Yeah, they did. I was coaching at Chapmanville then and coached against Stevie and coached against Tulsa those years. That was back in 2014 and 15. And Stevie Hammond, the quarterback here at the time, and then you had
Deontay Joplin.
Yeah, they were tough.
They had a really good receiver, Whit maybe. Stephen Whit. Stephen Whit.
Go back in time. I probably remember his number, not his name.
Yeah,
as a coach, that's what you do.
As a coach, that's what you do. You got 84.
Yeah. 2nd and 8 here, midfield, the 38-yard line for the Colts as they have gained the momentum. It was a pick six to start this third quarter that tied it back up for Philip Barbour. As fake down the middle of the field, looking deep, incomplete. They took a shot there to Bennett as it falls incomplete. Now, you were right, Coach. Brandon Blankenship says Stephen Witt was his name. That's the receiver you were talking about.
I'm not old enough. My memory's leaving me yet.
Yeah, you're good. 3rd and 8. Big play here from midfield for both clubs. Give it to Holver. Up inside. Has some room, but he tries to bounce it to the outside. They tackle him well. Did he lose the ball? Ball's on the ground. They're going to still call it. And it's going to be Mingo Central football. We talked about turnovers, Coach, and that's a big one there.
And Holver's saying he's down, but I did not hear a whistle.
They did not hear a whistle. Holver is upset. He was for sure he was down, but they are going to call Mingo Central football. We didn't have a whistle or anything like that, Coach. So the ball came out. Mingo Central pounces on it, and they get a huge turnover here in the third quarter.
He was close. That was close. Hey, but it doesn't matter what we think or nobody else thinks.
Yep.
It's what
It's
those
what
guys
happens on the field.
That's right. And what those guys in the black and white shirt says usually goes, right?
That's exactly right. So 1st and 10 for Mingo Central from the 29-yard line as they'll take over here after the Holver fumble. Ross fakes it, swings it over to Shepard. Gets a block by Burke. Now we'll try to cut it back across, and that's no doing there as he's met hard there. 72, Ivan Johnson on the tackle from his defensive end position, able to make the play. It's a loss of 1.
I'll tell you, this Philip Barbour defense is swarming right now. They have played well since – well, they played pretty well for the most of the game, but the Mingo Central, the very opening drive and then the big play.
Yep. Since then, it's Philip Barbour's played really well. 6:07 to go here in the third quarter of play. Tie game here for Minor Mountain. 21-21 between the Miners and the Colts. Ross will roll. Looking, tries to throw it back. He throws a big ball to Vance, but it's well defended, but Vance wrestles it away. That was an interception that was wrestled away by Dylan Vance. It was 15, Logan Beam, that had the great coverage, Coach. He read that play perfectly, but Vance just took it away from him.
That's just saying, I want it more than you.
Yeah.
I mean, Dylan Vance, what a play. Vance has definitely got some grit and toughness.
Yes, he does. First down for Mingo Central as they get across into Philip Barbour territory for the first time here in the second half. 5:22 to go on a moving clock here. Burke in motion. They'll fake it. Oh, what a big hit. Guess who? Holver. Oh, my goodness. Nathaniel Holver with a huge hit in the backfield. We see that stuff on Saturdays and Sundays, Coach.
My goodness. We talked about him flying to the football, but my goodness, what a pop. And you can see Vance back here kind of bending over. Probably got that.
That's the wind knocked out of you a little bit there.
Wow.
Well, a big momentum play for Holver and the Colts. 2nd and 13 for the Miners. Play clock down to 8. Ross gets him set. 2 receivers with the H-back Muncie to the top. Ross, quick screen over here to Shepard. Shepard tries to break a tackle, but it's a good job there of Ville making the tackle out there. It's a gain of about 4 or 5 on the play. So 3rd and 7 now for Mingo Central. It's been a dandy so far.
It sure has.
Ross looks over along with the rest of the Mingo Central team. Gets the call. Salmons calls it in. Ross looks. Flips it over here to Ducey Prater. Prater makes one guy miss. Now we'll get to the 40. Does he get the first down? It's going to be close. It's going to be real close. It looks like it's going to be marked ahead of the 39. That's where Prater had to get to, and it looks like it will be enough for a Mingo Central first down. Well, not so fast, my friends. They're going to do a measurement. They're going to bring the sticks all the way over to this far sideline.
I was way wrong on the last one, so I'm not attempting to call this one.
Tell you what, he had to get past the 39. I think this one's going to be really close. I think he's got it by the nose, Coach.
We need to get D&D Sports to get us one of the yellow lines.
Yeah. I don't know if we're not capable of that yet. We'll stretch the chains out here, and it is a first down.
By nose. Good call.
So Mingo Central picks up their second first down here in the second half. 3:36 to go here in the third quarter of play. If you just joined us, it was 21-14 at halftime, and it was a Caden Humphreys pick six from about 21 yards out.
Jacob Rutherford says Independence 41-14 over Rome. West Virginia men's basketball upset by Monmouth. Shocker.
Here's what it is for WVU basketball. Give up inside to Vance. Has some lane. Gets some movement forward there. Ran into his own guy there at about the 32-yard line as Vance falls forward to about the 31. So it's a gain of about 7 on the play. I don't think if Vance would have ran into his guy, he would have may still be running, Coach.
All I know, James Marker, we've seen 3 of the better runners I saw this year in Vance and Halver and Humphreys.
Second and 3. Ross will give it up inside. This is a new tailback for the Miners. That's 23. Valdemar gets a first down for Mingo Central on his second carry of the game.
And
that's Donovan Valdemar, rather.
Humphreys welcomed him to the game there, though. Big hit by him.
So first and 10 for the Miners at the 23-yard line. Ross gets it. Oh, no, he dropped a snap. It's rolling back there. Did he fall on it? He did. He took a shot when he went down, too. He's slow to get up. That's a loss of 11 on the play as the snap went through his hands.
Drive killer.
Yes, it is. So second and 21 now for the Miners.
Bell up 24-22 at the end of the third over Belfry. Val, Del Lamar, thank you.
Thank you, Kyle. 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Ross back with it. Looking deep, throws it short to Ducey Prater. Prater will dive forward, gets to the 30, gain of about 4 on the play. So 3rd and 16 now for the Miners.
I think you got two plays to get to 16, though. You're kind of in that area where you can't. You really probably won't see a punt here, I don't think.
No, I don't think so either. You're going to, try to get some of it back here and then take your shot. You get 7, you feel pretty good about your 4th and 10 play. That's what Mingo Central will try to do here. Ross with it. Gets it in the gun. Looking down the field. Looks for Shepard. Throws a slant, and it goes through the hands of Logan Beam as he had the interception and just couldn't corral it as he read it perfectly. And it'll be 4th and 17 with 1:11 to go here in the third.
What a good football game. Tug late, up 28-12 late in the third over Tyler Consolidated.
Scotty, you're right. There's a little bit of a favor on that shoulder for Ross right now. He's holding it down low. We'll see if the senior can gut it out. Looks down the field, and David Jones will take a timeout as he had big 63 for Philip Barbour. Breathed down his neck. John McGee, timeout on the field. We'll do the same. You're watching the LB&T Game of the Week right here on this Class AA playoff game from the WVSSAC, presented by Toyota.
Come on down to Gilbert Produce Market, located in Gilbert, West Virginia. They have daily lunch and dinner specials, seasonal produce and plants, home-cooked meals and friendly service. They offer catering for special occasions and holidays, party trays, and they were also voted 2023 Coalfield's Best Milkshake and Community Market. You can catch them Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., and Saturday to Sunday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Come on down to Gilbert Produce Market, located in Gilbert, West Virginia, 304-664-5600.
Back here on Minor Mountain, 21-21, 4th and 17 for Mingo Central at the Philip Barbour 30-yard line. There's going to be a false start there as it was Vance that got a little jump there. It's legal in Canada, not in the United States and West Virginia. Play that run and go game in Canada if you want to.
What's that?
Can't do it. Canadian football, you can run and go.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. They start back 14 yards behind the line and get a running start.
They get a good running start.
Be hard to guard, you think?
Yeah. I don't know how you'd stop it. So 4th and 22 now for the Miners. Ross back in the gun, empty set for Mingo Central. He'll drop back. He's going to look way down the field, throws it as far as he can, and it's going to fall incomplete. I don't even know if Ross could have got there. His shoulder is really bothering him right now as he threw that one falling backwards. So that's where Philip Barbour will take over. 1st and 10 for the Colts at the Mingo Central, or excuse me, their own 35-yard line. Mingo Central's got to find a way to stop this Colt offense for another time.
We definitely got a good one on the mountain now.
Give is the Holver. Holver across the right side, falls forward to about the 39-yard line. So gain of 4 on the play, inside a minute to go here in the third quarter. It's Philip Barbour has gained the momentum back from Mingo Central, and this has been an ebb and flow all game long between these two schools. Give off the Holver this side, right side again. Gets forward, 3-yard gain. So it'll be 4th and a long 2 for the Colts. Third down and a long.
This is the slowest we've seen Philip Barbour's offense move tonight.
Now they are deliberate right now. 10 seconds to go here in the third quarter of play. That will most likely do it for the third. All knotted up here from the Buck in Mingo County, West Virginia. You're watching the WVSSAC playoffs presented by Toyota right here on the D&D Sports Network.
Looking for a new healthcare provider? Come see us at Tug Valley Wellness Clinic. We take all patients from the ages 2 and up. Our staff has over 30 years of medical experience. We do everything from DOT physicals, wellness exams, adult and child, walk-in visits, and more. Call us today at 304-236-3601 or reach us Monday through Friday.
If you was pushed out of the area because of loss of work in the coal industry, look no longer. Jim Marr is here for you. Jim Marr is now hiring for all positions in the coal field. Stop by their offices in Logan, West Virginia or in Wheeling, West Virginia and apply today. Gracie and Tate Merchandising has become a staple here in the Danville and Madison community. They'll make sure you find that treasure that's been eluding you. Everything you need under one roof. New items at discounted prices right here at Gracie and Tate Merchandising. Go Skyhawks!
Back here on Minor Mountain, 3rd and 3 for the Colts as Humphreys runs it up inside, and he's going to be close to the first down, but they're going to mark him short of the line to gain. The line to gain was the 45. They're going to mark him at about the 44 and a half, so it'll be 4th down for the Colts.
Big call here for the Colts.
Yes.
James, 4th and inches, and they're lining up to go for it.
They're going to give it off. Humphreys, he don't think he got it. He's going to fall backward. It's a big stop for the Miners.
Wow, what a defensive play by the Mingo Central Miners right there.
They snuffed it out, Coach, and they're going to get a huge play and a huge change in momentum.
Huge stop right there by the Miners. You know, Philip Barbour,
you don't blame them. They've been running the ball effectively here in the second half.
Humphreys and Culver, I don't think, or Hulver.
Yes.
Neither one has had a negative play tonight, I don't think.
Yeah, it may be the first one.
What a time to come up with a defensive, just a big push up front. Nice play by the Miners.
New quarterback in the game for Mingo Central. That's Ducey Prater, the quarterback. Gives it off to Vance. Vance gets a head of steam across the 25-yard line, inside the 25 to the 22. As Jones, that shoulder really bothering Ross, so they pull. Jones moves Ducey Prater to quarterback, and Coach Salmons.
You know, we raved about Hulver and Humphreys tonight, but man, Dylan Vance has played a well of the ball game as well.
And they may put the game on his back here in the fourth quarter. 11 minutes to go. Give to Vance up inside. It's a trap play. They'll get it to about the 17-yard line. Gain of about 5 on the play for Vance. 2nd and 5 now inside the red zone for the Miners. Prater comes to the huddle. The offense gets the call. 3 receivers to the top of the screen. 1 to the bottom. Prater gives it off to Vance. He's cut down there. Good tackle. Inside stunt play there by Hulver as he blitzed off that pulling guard and is able to make it into the backfield for a loss of 2 or 3 on the play.
I'll venture to say Hulver's in double digits in
tackles-wise. Yeah, absolutely.
Easily.
He is he's impressed all night long.
He sure has. He on both sides of the ball. Both sides of the ball. And him and Caden Humphreys both are phenomenal football players.
3rd and 8 for the Miners. Prater gets the snap. And the ball's on the ground. Did the Colts get it? They did. It's a fumble recovery for Philip Barbour. Prater tried to pull it away from Lovett, and the ball spun out, and a big man gets it for Philip Barbour. That's 63. John McGee on the recovery.
And you hate to see it. You hate to see that happen with Ross having to leave the game. These kids play all year for this one game. And you got to come out in a game of this magnitude. You hate to see that for him.
Philip Barbour with the football now as they take over after the Mingo Central turnover. Humphreys will keep it himself. Gets a lane up inside. He's tackled there at about the 32-yard line, so gain of 7 on the play. 9:20 to go here in the fourth quarter of this tie ball game between the number 7 seed, the Mingo Central Miners, and the number 10 seed, the Philip Barbour Colts. 2 receivers to the bottom of the screen. Snap. Humphreys keeps it, follows his blockers, gets the first down, and it's knocked down at about the 38-yard line. And it's a first down for the Colts.
Both offenses have kind of struggled here in the second half, James. The only touchdown we have the second half is the defensive touchdown. That's, as well as they played the first half, that's kind of a shocker.
Humphreys Up inside, and he's met there, but he's able to spin forward, the gain of about 2 or 3 on the play, so 2nd and 7. $8:30 to go here in the fourth quarter of play. Humphreys with Holver in the backfield. They'll give it to Holver. Able to break one tackle. Spins off another, almost loses the ball, and then fights forward. Holver again. Huge run for Nathaniel Holver. Gain of about 7, 8 on the play in the Mingo Central territory for another Colts first down.
Tough kid.
Yes. Up inside is Humphreys this time as he's tackled from behind, but spins forward for a gain of about 5 on the play, so 2nd and 5.
Senior fumbles. Wayne has the ball up late and forth.
Well, you talk about an upset.
Big time.
Good one there, good one here. 7:40 to go. Bennett in motion. He'll come across, and Humphreys will keep it. He'll follow Holver this time as he's able to get forward for another Colt first down across the 40 into about the 36-yard line.
Well, James, you and I talked about it when we saw Wayne at Chapmanville. I wouldn't want to be the first team to play them in the playoffs.
No. 2 receivers to the bottom of the screen, tight end and wing to the top. Little double reverse there, or not a double reverse, but a reverse there. This time to 4. That's Morrill, as he's able to pick up about 4 yards to 2nd and 6.
Gain of 3, 7 down 7 from the 33.
Humphreys with it, follows his blockers there, gets up inside. Quarterback power play over the right side, gain of about 5, 3rd and 2 now for the Colts as they're starting to move deep into minor territory.
This is the most substantial drive we saw maybe all night. I mean,
yes,
especially second half.
They'll give it to Holver this time as Lovett able to tackle him, but he throws him forward, and that's a first down for Philip Barbour. 6:16 to go here in the fourth quarter, and the Colts are moving. And you can just feel Mingo Central trying to find a way to make a play, get a turnover some way, shape, form, fashion. But Humphreys with the snap goes forward, fights through a few tackles and is met there. Gain of about 5, though, as Humphreys, again, strong carry for the quarterback. So it's 2nd and 5 now.
And Phil Barbour has no desire to put the ball in anybody else's hands other than Humphrey and Holver, I don't think.
5:37 to go on a moving clock here in the fourth quarter. The Colts inside the red zone, deep in minor territory. Humphreys will send Holver in motion, gives it off to Holver. Holver tries to get to the outside, met in the hole, but able to go forward. Gains about 4 on the play. It'll be 3rd and 1 for the Colts at the 15-yard line of Mingo Central.
And Phil Barbour trying to win their first playoff game ever
in school history, yes. Humphreys with it, gets the first down to about the 10-yard line. They're going to mark him short of the 10 at about the 10.5, so still a chance at a first down inside the half-yard line, or inside the 1-yard line at the half-yard line. Under 5 minutes to go. And we're going to get a timeout, Mingo Central. We'll do the same. 4:50 to go here in the fourth quarter. Philip Barbour driving, trying to take their first lead of the game. As you're watching the Class AA playoffs, courtesy of WVSSAC, presented by Toyota right here on the D&D Sports Network.
Gracie and Tate merchandising has become a staple here in the Danville and Madison community. They'll make sure you find that treasure that's been eluding you. Everything you need under one roof. New items at discounted prices right here at Gracie and Tate Merchandising. Go Skyhawks!
Here at Logan Bank and Trust, we are committed to serving the needs of the Southern coalfields. So if you need to borrow money, remember, we are just a click away.
Here at LB&T, we make online banking easy.
We've taken the hassle out of applying for a loan on our new website. It's as simple as going to our lbnt.com website and choosing the loan product that best suits your needs.
Your loan on your time. Visit us at lbnt.com. You're only a click away.
So if you need to borrow money, remember, we are just a click away. It's easy.
Give it off to Holver. Holver trying to race to the end zone is tackled at about the 2-yard line. It's where they'll mark him down. And a big play there for the Colts as it's now 2nd and 2 from, they're going to mark him at the 3-yard line. Still a chance for a first down. Actually, they mark him at the 1.5 maybe. They're going to measure this. It may be 1st and goal from the 1 for the Colts. James Barker, Coach May with you here at James H. Buck Harless Stadium in Mingo County, West Virginia. And what we thought was going to be a good one here tonight, it has been. It has not disappointed between Mingo Central and Philip Barbour High School, this 7-10 matchup here in Class AA playoffs.
Wayne still hanging on at Fairmont Senior.
It is a
27-24.
First down for Philip Barbour at the 1-yard line. So 1st and goal from the 1-yard line for the Colts as they continue to put a solid march on this drive down the football field.
Been a very impressive drive.
Humphreys gives it to Holver. Holver, in the end zone. Touchdown, Colts. The first lead of the game for Philip Barbour comes with 4:19 to go here in the 4th quarter.
The big offensive line from Philip Barbour opened up a hole I could have ran through, maybe. Let's not get carried away here, but it was a nice job. Nice job.
They have leaned on that big front as this game has gone on. As Turkey Grossi on for the extra point attempt. Snap, hold is good, kick is through. It's 28-21 in favor of Philip Barbour. You're watching the Class AA playoffs from the WVSSAC presented by Toyota right here on the D&D Sports Network and the LB&T Game of the Week.
Looking for a great selection, great prices, and a great experience on your next ATV, motorcycle, or side-by-side? Come check out Kiefer's Kawasaki.
Our #1 goal is to offer you the best power sport experience at a great price.
Like this new 23 Kawasaki Teryx 4 for only $17,999. Before you write that check with us.
And remember, your adventure starts here at Kiefer Kawasaki. Route 44 South, Jerry West Highway in Logan, or visit KiefersPowersports.net.
At Giovanni's Pizza in West Logan, we got subs, calzones, wings, pizza, and more. Stop by today. Great service with great deals. We also got a newly renovated and remodeled dining room where you can enjoy your game day celebrations or relax after a trail ride. We look forward to seeing you at Giovanni's in Logan, West Virginia.
Back here at Buck Harless Stadium as Philip Barbour is taking their first lead of the game. Prater gets to the edge and now gets up inside. He'll be tackled at the 29-yard line, and that's where Mingo Central will take over. With 4:11 to go here in the 4th quarter of play. As the Miners.
I'm excited to see if Ross
comes back into the game.
But it looks like number 7 might be coming in at the quarterback position here.
That's Brennan Harrison. He's a junior, backup quarterback for the Miners.
And he's coming in to try to lead this drive for the Miners. Don't know much about him.
We look at statistically for for Harrison at the conclusion of this play. Harrison back, flips it over to Burke. Burke is going to throw it. He's got a guy wide open. It's a double pass, and it's open as it is Mitchum. Can he beat him to the end zone? He's pulled down from behind, and it's a huge trick play. David Jones and Josh Salmons draw it up, and it gives Mingo Central some life.
What a call by the Mingo Central coaching staff.
So Mitchum catches it as he races down, and he's caught inside the 10-yard line. Oh, my goodness,
wow.
What a call.
Doesn't get much more exciting than this.
No, it does not. 3:52 to go on a moving clock here in the fourth quarter. Philip Barbour took the lead 28-21, and Mingo Central off a trick play, the double pass, gets him inside the red zone. Oh, it's a fumble. Harrison, did he lose it? They're still fighting for it. Harrison spins, he has it. It's 2nd and 16, goal to go. That's about the third snap we've seen, Coach, go through the quarterback's hands here tonight for the Miners.
I'm not sure if they are taking their eyes off the ball or if the ball might have some moisture on it, because it is damp up here. But that is a backbreaker. You have such a huge play and huge for momentum, and then you have that happen. It's just a killer.
Coach Harrison's statistics on the season: 1 attempt, 1 completion for 11 yards on the season. He has carried the ball 1 time for 3 yards. He's in the biggest game of the season for Mingo Central. And Hulver, a huge play again from his linebacker position, tackles Burke in the backfield for a loss of about 6 on the play. It is now 3rd and goal from the 23-yard line for Mingo Central with 2:30 to go.
James Barker, Hulver is a nightmare on defense. He is a terror. I mean, you don't see many kids fly to the football like he does and are still able to break down and be such a sure tackler.
Yes, Hulver. We have said it the right way most of the night. We understand that our accents may not be the best, as they're going to get a timeout on the field. Philip Barbour will take a timeout. We'll keep things here. 2:05 to go here in the fourth quarter of play.
Guys, we've said it enough. We've had a lot of practice.
Yeah,
right?
I'm positive we have. we think he's probably one of the best players on the field tonight, if not the best player on the field, at least defensively tonight, as Nathaniel Hulver. It's Hulver. We got it. 2:05 to go here in the fourth quarter. 28-21, Philip Barbour leads over Mingo Central.
We've seen a lot of football players this year, and he's as good defensively as any I've seen for sure. And
yes.
Not too shabby offensively
either. No, he's not either. 3rd and 23. It's goal to go for the Miners. They've got 2 plays to get it into the end zone.
They got Prater back in at quarterback now.
2:05 to go here in the fourth quarter. Vance in motion. Prater looking, will throw it into the end zone, and it's incomplete. They were looking for Shepard on that post wheel. Shepard ran the post, Burke on the wheel, and good coverage from Philip Barbour there.
I mean, you feel so bad for Mingo losing a quarterback, though.
Yes.
It just a bad thing. And you feel bad for Ross, because you know that he would give anything to be out there right now.
Yes. 4th and goal from the 23. This is the game in a nutshell, guys. 1 timeout left for Mingo Central. 1:53 on the clock. Prater has got to find somebody in the end zone. Prater will drop back, get some pressure, throws it up. They're going to look for Shepard. Shepard's fighting for it. It's knocked down in the end zone. No flags on the play. Falls incomplete. And Philip Barbour is a few plays away from their first ever football playoff victory in school history.
Wow. And if you're Mingo Central, that's heartbreaking. You get the play. I mean, you get the call, and you run the play to perfection. You get a guy wide open. He gets drugged down from behind, and then you can't convert the touchdown off that big play. It's tough.
It is tough. They drew it up perfectly, couldn't get it into the end zone. The snap goes awry on the next play. You get backed up, and right now, Holver with the carry over, and it'll get slung down, and you're going to get a second down play here, second and about 2 or 3 for the Colts from the 32-yard line. First down does it here tonight. They're
James
2 yards
Walker,
away.
I'm willing to bet that nobody touches this ball that's not named Humphreys or
Holver. Yeah, I agree.
10 and 24 will probably be holding on to this football.
I tell you what, those two young men have earned it here tonight.
Been a pleasure to watch for sure.
Mingo Central needs a stop and take their timeout. Humphreys with it, goes over the left side and gets the first down, and that will do it. Mingo Central is going to take their timeout, but all Philip Barbour needs to do after this timeout, Coach, is 2 kneel downs, and it's all over.
Yeah, it's heartbreaking for the Miners. And like you said, once they lost their quarterback, they were at a huge disadvantage, and you hate it for them.
But Mingo Central did not take a timeout. It is first down. First time we've seen Philip Barbour under center here tonight, as they're going to milk this clock all the way down. Play clock at 7. And hats off to Philip Barbour and Coach Nick Mayo.
Absolutely.
It's the first playoff win in school history for Philip Barbour's football program.
And look at the excitement over there. That's what it's all about, guys. Like I said, I'm a homer. I was hoping for Mingo Central to win. Hey, I'm a Mingo County kid, but hats off to that football team. They played a heck of a game.
Yeah, it was a great game here for Minor Mountain as Philip Barbour comes away with the victory tonight, 28-21 over the Mingo Central Miners. We'll step aside for a quick break. When we come back, we'll have our Tuck Valley Wellness Clinic player of the game. You're watching the Class AA playoffs here on the D&D Network, courtesy of the WVSSAC, presented by Toyota.
Looking for a new healthcare provider? Come see us at Tuck Valley Wellness Clinic. We take all patients from the ages 2 and up. Our staff has over 30 years of medical experience. We do everything from DOT physicals, wellness exams, adult and child, walk-in visits, and more. Call us today at 304-236-3601 or reach us Monday through Friday.
Here at Logan Bank and Trust, we are committed to serving the needs of the Southern coalfields. So if you need to borrow money, remember, we are just a click away.
Here at LB&T, we make online banking easy.
We've taken the hassle out of applying for a loan on our new website. It's as simple as going to our lbnt.com website and choosing the loan product that best suits your needs.
Your loan on your time. Visit us at lbnt.com. You're only a click away.
So if you need to borrow money, remember, we are just a click away. It's easy to apply online at lbnt.com, and all decisions are made locally. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We give them part of the game,
back here on the mountain, James Barker and Coach May with us here at the Buck as Philip Barbour able to defeat Mingo Central 28-21. It's time now for our Tuck Valley Wellness Clinic player of the game. And Coach, we'll answer that question, I think, real quick. I think you got to give it to 2.
I was going to say the same. I think you got to go with the Humphreys and Holver both. I don't know how you could. I just don't know how you could give it to one of them.
I don't either.
What Humphreys did on the offensive side, he controlled the game, especially the second half.
Yes.
And then what Holver done, on defense was just
phenomenal. Was one of the best linebackers we have seen all season long. Is Philip Barbour able to come into Mingo County up here on Minor Mountain, a very, very difficult place to win, and come up with what is considered an upset, the 10 beating the 7 seed here in the West Virginia Class AA playoffs, as Mingo Central loses to Philip Barbour 28-21. You go back, we talked to Joe Kinzer before the game, and his key stat of the night, if Mingo Central gets to 30 points, they are 84-3 in school history.
And now they are 13-41.
And now they are 13-41, scoring under 30 points. It's a huge stat, and we appreciate Joe for that information. But that is just an amazing statistic. And, we talked, Coach, Chris Ross getting hurt, huge play late in the game. And it happened there early in the third quarter. He wasn't the same on that one drive.
He was not. Well, we saw the one where they got backed up and he tried to throw one to the end zone. And normally I think he gets it there. But you could just see he didn't have anything on it. And man, you just hate that so bad for Mingo to lose their quarterback, especially in this game. Hopefully that young man's okay.
Yeah, absolutely. And when you look out on the field, a lot of young players for this Mingo Central team, the future is bright. This is a David Jones club that is strong. It's talented. It's got a lot of speed. It's got a lot of bright future ahead of it. And they have nothing to hang their heads about. They had a great season, and I think there is more to come with Coach Jones's ball club.
Absolutely, and like we talked before the game, I think they more than exceeded expectations this year. They weren't even predicted to make the playoffs, let alone be an 8 seed or a 7 seed. So an 8-2 record, 8-3 to end the year. Coach Jones has done a great job up here. He has something to be proud of, and I think he's building something that the whole community will be proud of.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that Mingo Central on the right track rebuilding this program, and I don't know if it ever really went away. It was just a couple years that they struggled, and Coach Jones has kind of brought back the thunder to the mountain, so to speak. And, again, we appreciate those of you that watched here on the D&D Sports Network this coverage of the Class AA playoffs between Philip Barbour and Mingo Central, as, again, Philip Barbour defeating Mingo Central 28-21 here on Minor Mountain. The West Virginia Secondary Schools Activities Commission promotes athletics that provide lifelong and life-quality learning experiences to high school students while enhancing their achievement of educational goals. Play, perform, compete together. This broadcast was brought to you in part by the WVSSAC, presented by Toyota, and we appreciate all of you guys tuning in and watching us here on the D&D Sports Network and our LB&T Game of the Week. Once again, your final score. It's Philip Barbour 28, Mingo Central 21. For Coach May, I'm James Barker, bidding you a good evening and good night from Minor Mountain here in Mingo County, West Virginia.